I don't come round your house and slap the cocks out of your baby's mouth.
My baby does not eat cocks.
It's not even on solids yet.
Warning. The following podcast contains extreme language and themes and is not suitable for all audiences.
Right, well, fuck the Icelandic. Welcome to Dead Men Talking. We started, fuck it. With me from Mulholland, him a big fat cunt. We got little not gay Tom, and we got very special guest, friend of the podcast, our mate. It's Mick Ferry. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm all right.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm all right, cheers, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been Icelandic bashing.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I went to Iceland a couple of months ago. It's fucking great. But it was quite annoying to go see the Northern Lights about a month before they were just everywhere in the UK. That was.
Oh, I was stuck in Portsmouth that night. I'm just seeing pictures from everybody I know back home in the north. Going, I can't see the cunts down here.
What I would say is they look better on camera. There's something about cameras that like amplifies.
Yes.
Them. So like if you didn't see them, you know, you'd be like fucking whoa. But in the UK, it was like it was quite better in Iceland.
I missed it, and I'm entirely not bothered by it at all.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you weren't, staying up to witness the wonders of nature.
Yeah, I've got no appetite for natural beauty.
Got plenty of appetite for food and cum.
He's gay.
Because he's gay and he's fat.
I just don't, I'm just not asked about seeing stuff.
No.
Really?
I'm just not asked.
Fuck off. Seriously.
I'm just not bothered about it. Yeah. Like, look, if it's there and it's in front of me...
Well, it's going to be above you.
I can go, yeah, all right, that's nice. But I'm not the sort of person that would, like, climb up a mountain to see the top of it.
Well, to be honest, I'm in the same camp. I wouldn't climb up a fucking mountain.
Yeah, no one thought that you two were climbing mountains.
Yeah. But I would look at a mountain. I'd stand at the bottom and look at a mountain and go...
If there was a cable car, you'd go up it.
Yeah, depending on the weight restriction.
But, like, all right, take Snowdon, for example.
Yeah.
Right. Now, if they say, the top of the mountain is beautiful, it's incredible.
I've been up there, yeah.
Yeah. You can get a train up there, right?
Yes.
Now, if they said to me, do you want to go up there? My question would be how much? And if it was like £3 and it took 20 minutes, fine. But if it was any more than that, I'd be like, I'm not arsed. Right. I don't care. Because
£3.50.
How much is it?
I don't know.
Oh, the only thing they have problems with, there's no toilets up there, so people were shitting in McDonald's cups and leaving them.
Right.
Did you not hear that a couple of years ago?
No.
I think that was in lockdown, wasn't it? Because it closed. They have a cafe, so they do have toilets, but I think in lockdown they closed it.
Right, all right. You've made it sound like there's a reason for it now. That's shit. I just like the idea of people going up Snowdon and just shitting in cups.
I love that they've all taken a McDonald's cup with them, because there isn't a Mackey's up there. It's the same strategy my mates used to take at festivals. One of my mates pooed in a pot noodle cup, because he couldn't be asked to walk into the toilets.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's probably more tasty than them sachets.
It's a risky game, a pot noodle cup. You're not leaving yourself a lot of wiggle room, are you?
Well, yeah, considering...
I feel like I'm going to overflow a pot noodle cup.
My big bugbear about toilets at festivals, and toilets in general, and public toilets, there are some men, and I feel sorry for them because they're so ashamed of this, that their arseholes are off centre, so they can't... they don't seem to be able to shit straight.
Yeah, the shit out of one cheek.
It goes out either one side or the back or whatever, and they're so embarrassed by it that they can't even turn around, look at it and clean it.
No, they just have to immediately run away.
They have to run away from the crime they've committed.
I have definitely had shits where I've gone, I can't even begin to deal with that.
I had one just before we started. It was ridiculously... I think it was the biggest shit I ever did, just today.
Today?
Like 15 minutes ago.
You think you've had the biggest shit you've ever had?
I think so. I was going to take a picture.
Size
but
of
I'd
a
left my
raisin.
Phone. I was going to take a picture, but I'd left my phone.
I actually took a picture once of a shit at Leeds Festival years ago and shared it when I was on stage.
Did? Or
no,
that you
not
found?
me. I found.
Right.
And do you know the phrase King Kong's finger?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I had never seen anything like it. It was and I mean, it must have been a girth on it like that. I kept thinking, it can't come from a human.
Yeah.
But it was fucking long, and it'd gone down the tube and was up. And you know the bit where the toilet flushes, it was actually touching that. That's how long it was.
Just to go back to what we were saying previously.
And no toilet roll, just on its own.
Yeah. Adult return up Snowdon, £42, takes 2.5 hours. You can fuck right off 1,000 times.
Yeah, but it's up and back.
Yeah, but you can walk up for nothing.
No, but here's why they can charge that, because the alternative is you walk up for nothing, and that's for people like you who've been dragged there by the missus. The missus will be angry if you don't go to the top to see the view, and you can't be foot walking. At that point, someone goes, £40, you go, fuck off, fine.
I think to get a train up, I can understand if you're really lazy. To get the train down again.
That's lazy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
going down a hill's worse.
They have got the
I think.
single, haven't they? Yeah.
I think going down's worse.
It's
than
not
than
as
a walk.
tiring.
I prefer the walk up on a hill.
No, it's not.
Anyway, but it is. It's
It can hurt your legs more.
Yeah, it kind of hurts your feet more when you're going down.
Yeah, but it's not. No, I don't.
Anyway,
It's not as tiring, definitely.
I mean, like, just I'll be honest. We're talking about walking down hills being tiring. Not when was the last time any of us walked down a fucking hill?
Well, like
Regularly.
me and Tom quite.
Oh,
often,
you
I
and
think.
Tom, what you go out mountaineering?
Not
hiking?
together.
I go hiking a lot.
I go out with
Do
me.
you?
Yeah, me
Yeah.
and Mrs. go and walk.
Do you know
I'd
what?
say monthly.
Yeah.
One of the worst
Like,
things.
there's a very clear divide.
Sorry, that's an
line
act of
between
fucking
us.
serial killers. That seriously. And men who go fishing on their own, and men who go walking
I don't
on
go
their
on
own.
my own. I go with my missus and my dog.
That's
It's
weird.
nice. It's wholesome.
I sometimes go back.
One of the worst things to have happened in the last 2 years is the fact that hiking has now become an acceptable, semi-cool thing.
I don't
to
think
do.
it was 2
It's
years.
Not,
It's so funny how fat you've been for so long that you think hiking is a new hobby.
No.
That's just come about.
No, that's not what
The
I said.
Jews did it for 40 days in the desert.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. What I said is that recently it's become a thing that young people do, and it's quite cool to do, and you put it on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's not cool. It's the preserve of pensioners. If you do it, it's shit.
Yeah, be cool like this guy.
Oh,
Pensioners
no,
are the last people to
listen.
do it. They got no hips.
I like to have a long walk. I've got the dog. I go out for a walk, and I like to go and have a yomp every now and again through the fields. But I think you're right. I agree with you. The young ones now put it on social media. I mean, I'm 55. That would have been like me 35 years ago with a fucking Kodak camera, right? And taking fucking pictures of myself on mountains, selfies, and then going into the pub and going, hey, look what I've been today, lads. I'd have been battered.
Yeah.
I'd have been kicked out of the fucking pub.
Yeah, that culture needs to come back.
Yeah.
It's just you can't batter someone over Instagram, though. That's the
You should
problem,
be
isn't
able
it?
to.
Yeah. Well, you can. You can verbally abuse them.
You
until
should
they're
know.
sad,
You
yeah.
know, sometimes a mate should walk in a pub and his mates go, that last post of yours, I'm sorry, hold him down and you give him a dead arm.
Right, well, I've literally never posted a walk, I think, that
Yeah.
I've been on.
Yeah,
I just
I
go
don't
on them.
post, mate.
That
I just
last
go on them.
post-
So this is, again, you're very much finding a new thing that isn't the real thing to attack. Like,
I-
walking's nice.
It's
agree.
always been popular.
It's always, literally, as long as humans have had fucking legs,
I agree.
people have liked
Those
walking.
paths up Snowdon are hundreds of years old.
They haven't just emerged.
But-
It's not Gen Z carving a path round Lake Windermere.
I agree what Mick's saying, though, is that you should be able to have a thing where if your mate's done a stupid post on Facebook, you get to pin him down and go, that fucking last post you did about men's mental health, you fucking pussy.
I'll give you something to cry about. Oh, it's okay to not be okay, is it? Well, you'll fucking like it down there. Is this okay? Is it? You're not okay now, are you? Is this okay? I once did a shit so big in Amsterdam, I had to stand up to finish it.
Fuck.
What, like a little tail.
I literally, like, it'd
You
gone
can
down.
charge for stuff like that in Amsterdam.
It went down and it hit the bottom of the bowl. I'd been to an all-you-can-eat ribs place whilst very stoned.
Oh.
It hit the bottom of the bowl, and then in order to get it out, it just sort of stopped. It was smushing against. I had to literally lift with it as it went, and it crested out of the seat.
I
It was
have,
a great
That's
achievement.
impressive.
Sorry, I was still on that. I was like, I've got to tell the big shit story. It was so big, I ended up losing a load of my stuff because I was that high. I took a photo of it and then left all the stuff that I'd taken out of my pockets in the toilet and left.
I have. I've not had a solid poo in a year.
Yeah, ever since the bubble.
Yeah.
You've not had one solid poo. since then?
Seriously?
Yeah. It's part of the medication that I'm on.
Oh, shit.
I have a thing, right, where every once in a while,
It's prescribed
and
3
it's happened-
chilies a day.
It's happened on this podcast several times.
Yeah.
Is that I'm absolutely fine, and then all of a sudden I'll get this tummy rumble, and it will be my brain going, "You have 15 seconds before you're gonna shit," and I just have to. Have to go.
What do you do when you're driving?
Well, sorry, I've never had that problem yet. Oh no, I have. I've had a problem once. And I've just pulled into a service station. And I just made it. But yeah, it's like a constant.
To be fair, I mean-
think there should be car seats, you know, like the commodes. I think for long car journeys, and there should be a car seat with a commode
Yeah, that'd
in
be
it.
great, driving down the motorway in a
Just have
tube
it-
full of shite.
Yeah, I know. I'd like the idea of a driver behind you looking at your face, is that you can see he's looking through the rear view mirror and you're sitting behind in a car going,
Mick, you're not meant to text because it's distracting.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Is he driving and reading a bottle of shampoo?
You don't even drive.
No,
Yeah, yes, you want to do that in the passenger seat?
So you want to shit as a passenger? That's so unbelievable.
That is so awful. You're giving someone a lift and then you just look over and they're like, are you shitting him? Fucking hell! It's bad when someone shits on a bus, let alone in a tiny car right next to you.
who's shit on a bus?
Oh, like when you're on a coach or someone shits. Like,
Oh, in the toilet, yeah.
there-
Well, that's the rule of thule. You don't shit on the coach.
Well, I know there was
You
a
don't shit shit in green rooms as well.
Yeah,
that is a big one.
Yeah.
Thank you that somebody said, because you still have people who are like, I'm just going to the toilet, and they're in there for 10 minutes, and you're like,
you better be doing coke.
We've all got to smell shit now.
Yeah.
Fucking nonsense.
Yeah, but the smell of shit
well
is
as
funny.
what she said.
Yeah.
The smell of shit is funny, though.
Yeah, it is.
It's not funny. The smell of shit's not funny.
Oh, the smell of shit is always funny.
Is
not
it
always.
fuck? It's vile. It can be awful.
Like, I remember, like, there was a young lad who got on a Leeds away day coach once. It's like, it's his first time on the coach. And he's all with all the bigger boys, and he went for a shit in the first hour he was on the coach. And it's like everyone was just outraged. It's like even if you are going to shit on the coach, it better be the last hour. It better be you're nearly back and you can't hold it.
Yeah, but why didn't somebody, if this is his first away day,
someone
why
needs
didn't somebody
to give
to
the tap.
tell him before and say these are the rules?
Yeah, but
right?
instead what
join in the singing. You don't have to do the racist ones.
You do. It's a Leeds coach.
It's a Leeds coach. Yeah, you do, right? Yeah. Yeah. You have to drink. You have to keep pace with some of the boys drinking.
Yeah, pass your key around.
And do not shit on the bus.
Yeah, no one gave him that tap, but as soon as he got out of the toilet, he was made very aware of his fact. He was left in no doubt for the entire rest of the day. Like, it was fucking brilliant.
See, I'm of the opinion that any toilet you can shit on.
Right.
Well, I mean, you can, yes.
Because
but
that's what
you
they're
can
for.
Well, that's what
on.
they're designed for, but no.
No, you got to contextualise.
All right, okay. Here's a scenario for you that proves why you're wrong, right? Let's say on the way home tonight, I need to pick something up from yours.
Yeah.
If I said to you, can I just quickly use your toilet? And I went in and I took a shit.
Yeah.
A Freddy shit.
A Freddy shit. You wouldn't be bothered about that at all.
I wouldn't be bothered at all. In fact, the smellier it was, the more I would laugh. And then I think that's a good story of the podcast. I would encourage you to
test
use my
this.
toilet. I would encourage you to come and shit in my toilet.
Honestly, I had a fucking banging curry last night. The shit I did before I left the house today was an ordeal. If I'd have done that in your house, there's no way you'd be laughing. Like, I wasn't laughing, and it was my shit.
My mate Darbo shit in my house once, and it was so smelly, I thought I might have to move. And I laughed all night. It was really funny.
To be fair, my missus once ate some out-of-date tofu, and I still laugh about the worst fart.
Yeah.
She did literally, that's in capitals, the worst fart. Of all the farts that has ever been done by any person ever, that was the worst one. It was fucking insane. It's like we both had to leave the room that we had just been in.
Yeah. There's something funny about like an attractive woman doing the worst
So
ever fart
funny.
because they're ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas with men, they're like, I'm the best at poo. You
Yeah,
know?
like my missus, to be fair, she loves a fart. Like
My
she's
missus
up
as
for a
well.
laugh with that sort of stuff. But she's still like, she's a gorgeous, posh, blonde angel of a woman who just every now and again will eat something out of date and just fucking it was a chemical.
So she
warfare.
purposely does it.
No, she's just.
Well, you said she eats something out of date.
Yeah.
I mean, that's stupidity.
Yeah, but she's
Can she read?
She can't. She's that sort of posh though. She's like, it'll be fine, whatever. I don't know.
Really,
Weird posh
and
people,
that
innit?
you reckon? And then so she's doing it on purpose. Then
Yeah.
she's doing it for attention.
If she did, look, she got it. It was fucking great.
What happened at your gig this weekend?
I had an interesting one on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So
Where were you?
I was at Birmingham, just the Tonic at Rosie's.
Oh, God, yeah, on Broad Street.
Oh, yeah, and Broad Street in Birmingham. Every time I go there,
It is horrible
on a
to
week-
park on.
and just not even just to park, to be in.
So
It is
just to be on the street.
just especially as like a middle-aged sober man. It is hell.
Yeah.
Like it is Sodom and Gomorrah. Like I reckon even when I was 18, I wouldn't have liked it. It's not my kind of vibe. You know,
No.
it's all pop worlds and that sort of stuff all the way
Flares.
down. Yeah. Like, if that's your sort of vibe and you want a fucking scummy night out, I'm sure there's barely anywhere better. Right, like,
Yeah.
like,
these
and I'm
are
not,
the-
know.
At least it's contained on one street. I quite like that.
Yeah, totally. It's just
Like the
someti-
Printworks in Manchester. Put all the
Yeah.
dickheads in the Printworks.
Exactly. They've got to have somewhere to go, enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah.
But the problem is, occasionally I have to go there for work. like it's a place that I would never. I thought you couldn't pay me to go there, but it turns out you can, and not that much. So I went there, and I turned up just after the opener had already left. Actually, just left. I just missed him. Didn't get to see him. But the opener was Alistair Barry,
Yeah.
mate of ours.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Alistair. How would you? What's a nice way of saying posh spaz?
Well, he is on the spectrum. He's been tested, hasn't he?
Oh,
So,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's a fucking brilliant dude, great comedian, very much your big posh spaz.
Yeah.
Love
Has
it.
he been tested?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
He's on medication for his ADHD.
There really
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
enough comics that are
I
coming
know,
out.
yeah.
It's very brave of them to all come out and say they've got
I
these
know.
problems.
How did they test posh?
I think it's they look at your bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I once had somebody who who remained nameless. It was a comic. It wasn't Al, actually. It was somebody just during the first few months of lockdown. And just messaged, a quick random message, said, are you everything okay? I went, yeah. He said, I've had to dip into the bit of the inheritance.
Oh, mate. Oh, I'm sorry you've gone through that. I'm so sorry.
I was like, shit, yeah. And I just went, this is not a normal conversation. I just messaged back, I think you forgot who you've texted.
Yeah, so...
I've had to dip into some of that random money that I have lying about on the off chance that I need it.
Yeah, I've had to use some money I didn't intend for this.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that money would stay there doing nothing, earning interest.
I was going to spend that on cruises.
Well, I always have, I don't have nest egg at all. I remember lockdown, and I always have a few quid away, because you always find if the washing machine goes, the fridge goes at the same time, there's always something. So it's just covered.
Yeah.
Also, Mick, in this industry, some people aren't the best payers.
No, that's true as well. Yeah.
Shout out,
Oh,
Paul.
yes, we would talk about just a tonic. Go on, talk about payers.
So Al had been on. He was already off. There was a bit of commotion. I arrived just in the break, right? And I walk in the green room, and everyone's just like a little bit sort of like, there's a weird atmosphere. I'm like, what the fuck's gone on? And it's like,
Sort of flummoxed.
Everyone's like, just a bit on edge. You can tell something's just gone on, right?
Yeah.
Like the staff and all that. So what had happened was, while Al was on, Al's a proper lefty, like in an old school sort of way. He does like some political material.
Yeah.
He'd been doing that.
It's topical political stuff, really.
Exactly. Yeah. So he'd been doing something, I think, mildly.
And also, as well, at the moment, there's the fucking elections, there's the debates and
Thanks
stuff.
for letting people know.
So
if
he's...
you're not aware, there's an election.
No, but I mean, it's important.
Follow us for more political content.
No, but because people might be listening to this in a few months' time, but it's important to put the context that at the moment a lot of things are happening politically. So Al is probably going to be doing a lot of like current political stuff.
He literally always does. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's always stuff happening politically.
Okay. Oh, I'm really sorry that I interrupted your story,
Thank
you
you,
hypocritical
Well,
cunt.
if you're
Carry on.
going to be funny, interrupt. If you're going to be boring, if you're just going to... according to the 1742 Parliament Tax...
I'm not having a go at young cunts, but some young cunts are calling it the Jenny Lecky.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it has to stop. This thing has to stop.
Yeah.
Holly bobs. Seriously, if you're going on your holly bobs, I hope you don't come back.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence, though, because whilst it's fucking horrible and instinctively I hate it, it also, the amount that it's annoyed you has really pleased me. That's really made me happy.
No, but I'm the same as well. I think it started
Let's
when people...
Jenny Leck.
I think it started when people started saying so many sleeps till Christmas. I think that was like the beginning of it when I thought, this
when
could be
It's
people
adults speaking like children.
Yeah. Adults speaking like
go.
kids.
Yeah.
It was the beginning of that fucking weirdness, and I don't like it at all.
I like it because it means instantly I know that I'm not going to be your friend.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, straight. When somebody says they can't even say awkward, they go orcs.
Yeah.
You got fuck
I
off.
would rather
Just say the word.
Unless they're like Saruman. They're like, orcs!
I would rather have racism than that in the language in a conversation.
Yeah, because you want to have something in common with someone. You're like, oh, fine, I can let my guard down and say what I really think.
I would rather have somebody just casually just dropping the worst racial slurs into a conversation than people being like, Jenny Lex.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Bit of Racey Lang.
Yeah, a bit of Racey Lang. Racey Lang sounds like a drag queen.
Bit of racy predge.
So anyway, Al Barry.
Yeah, I just thought of a really bad one that I can't say. I'll tell you after we record. So Al had been on, done some mild criticism of the government, as is his want. He's also he's not harsh with anything. It's just, we're all trying to give context to the fact that this is not an aggressive comedian. It's not someone who's going to be like, oh, fuck you. He's just, wryly taking the piss out of them, as is a comedian's job. Someone in the audience, anyway, this middle-aged, thick-necked bloke, right, started going fucking mental, right, kicked off, you can't fucking do this. Anyway, it turns out he's a member of Reform UK, right, Nigel Farage's party. Yeah. I think they're basically UKIP rebranded now they don't have Brexit's campaign for it, isn't that
But
them?
also, am I right in thinking that the whole point of Reform is that they don't think that the Conservatives are conservative enough?
Yes.
It's
they're
like
not right-wing enough. Rather than conservative, I would say right-wing.
So if anything, he should be hearing Al Barry's criticism of the government and going, this is correct. I also criticise
it
these
was
people.
weird that he went like, whoa, hey, you're meant to be against them. You're exactly right. It's going like, that's not your team.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
let
yeah.
them. No one's having a go. Maybe he had a go at Farage.
Do you know
he might
what's-
have done.
you know
He
what's
might have-
you know
probably
what's
did.
wild
Probably
as well?
made a joke about Farage.
You know what's wild as well is this culture of offence nowadays is that people have always been, oh, you should only punch up. And here you are punching up, and there's people like, how dare you?
Well, this is very much the thing. It's always presented as like, left-wing people are killing comedy by being too sensitive. I have had so many more complaints from right-wing people in my life. Like, I just have. It's not a
no,
left...
I've not.
Well, like, no, but like,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there. You're wrong.
No, but like we have different material in it. So like what I'd say is it's not a right wing or a left wing thing. It happens from both sides. Both
yeah, I
sides.
agree
There
with
are.
that.
I'm not saying it's not a left wing thing. I'm saying me personally, with what I've done, I've had more shit from right wing people. You've had more shit from left wing people.
Yeah.
It's both sides, and both of them go, oh, it's the other side. And what happens is people they're both exactly as bad as each other, and it's really fucking tedious.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're claiming it's another side's problem. And like if you, I kind of hate it even more when it's the right wing people because they're the ones going, oh, it's snowflakes, can't say anything anymore. Comedies can't say anything. Comedians can't say anything, and then they're going to the gig and fucking complaining because a comedian said something.
Do you know what's
that they
funny
don't like,
is
you
when
know?
people complain online. Because I put a joke up on social media this week. It was like just a standard 9/11 joke, and I had an American comment.
Oh, your standard one.
Yeah.
Oh, and an American was upset with
Right?
it.
No, well, American
I thought
comment.
you would have forgotten by now.
An American commented and put, "You wouldn't do a joke about the 7/7 bombing." So I was like, "I absolutely would."
yeah.
That's given me an idea.
They don't know you at all.
In a heartbeat, I would do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that had all like kicked off. He'd been like threatening him basically, and he was like, "Oh fuck it," it was proper screaming.
What was he annoyed about? Was there a bit? Was there a little?
I don't know the exact specific things. I didn't see it, but like general mildly centre-left comedy is
Yeah,
essentially
okay.
what he's been annoyed about.
Yeah.
You know, like it's hardly like Al's up there reading the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah.
You know,
But
just doesn't-
he probably said something like, "We shouldn't send people to Rwanda." or something
Exactly,
like that.
something like that. He might have gone, "Oh, Nigel Farage seems like a bit of a cunt," you know,
Yeah.
which is an opinion you're more than entitled
Yeah.
to. It doesn't matter anyway. So that had all gone on, but they'd apparently like settled it down and not kicked him out, which is always mental. Like once it's got to that level, just fucking boot the cunt out.
Wild, innit?
Why are you bothering trying to save this? You know?
Absolutely wild.
So he's been in there and it's a bit like a little bit on edge. So Preet Singh's in the middle. So Preet's like, fucking hell, like Asian dude, got to go out there and do comedy for a guy who's just announced himself as too right wing for this white guy.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck's sake. Quincy's MCing. Quincy's a massive jacked black dude. Quincy was so funny.
I'm right in thinking Quincy's an ex-boxer.
He
Quincy,
still boxes every now
Yeah,
and again.
does
He
he?
does what they call a blue collar boxing.
yeah, Quincy is not a man I would trifle with, is what I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
He's in incredibly good shape. He's a fucking lovely dude,
Yeah.
dead chill, really funny.
Yeah.
But you know, just you know when you just see someone, you can just immediately measure. It's like, oh, they could
Yeah.
kill me without
Yeah.
breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
You know. So like there wasn't that level of threat because we got Quincy with us. We're good.
Yeah.
But like Quincy went on before he introduced Preet, he just went, "You're gonna fucking love this next one." Preet was pissing himself. It was well good. Preet had a great one, and this guy like liked him. It was weird. Preet came off and was like, I felt weird that he enjoyed it. Like, you know, I mean, sometimes when a cunt enjoys you feel worse. But he'd done really well. Anyway, I go on. I've got a mild joke about like benefits at the moment, in which I say I think benefits are good. It's just to slag people off. It's not an actual point.
Yeah.
And he started going. It was one of the funniest. He was far enough away I couldn't quite work out what was happening. Right, because he's like right at the back. I just heard like, boo. Boo! Like cartoon boo. Saying boo. Not even making the noise. Saying boo.
A boo to you, sir.
Boo! Right, apparently the security told me afterwards what he was saying was, boo! Motherfucker!
No.
Motherfucker! Boo!
What he was actually saying was boo earns.
Yeah. So he's boo-earnsing me. But it was like, it was so at the back, and I was having a really good one, and like I'm rolling through, and I just ignored it.
The
So I'm like,
temptation as well at that point to wind him up even more with setups to bits that you don't even have. And
Yeah,
just be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
tell you who are the salt of the earth? Asylum seekers.
I love transitioning kids. That's what I think's great. Make them younger. Right. If I'd have known it was him and I'd known it was that, I would have done. But I wasn't quite aware because of where it was in the dark. And the security just went over and fucking literally, like, I just saw them pick a man up and walk out.
Yeah.
Like, they literally just went, nope, they'd had enough of him, walked him out. Anyway, it turned out afterwards, not only was he was going, oh, I'm a member of Reform UK, it turned out he was Dutch. Who's going over? Right, who's going to a different country and being racist?
Well, they've just
go back to your own country.
They've just had the European Parliament votes, and Europe's going very fucking right
Oh,
wing
it
at the
has.
minute.
Yeah. It's very much swung back.
So he's probably come over to give a few tips to reform.
They've had a little racist away day. Is essentially what he's had. Yeah. So that was all fucking mental. But then on my way home, right? On my way home, I'm like, right, been a weird night. It's been all right. On my way home, I blew a tyre on the M6, right? Just like out of nowhere. Just randomly blew. You know, it fucking happens, right? My car starts vibrating. I was like, shit. Got into like one of the SOS bits. There's no hard shoulders, a little bit of a panic, but I rolled it in, all good. I'm like, right, sound.
You say a little bit of a panic. I know what you're like as a human being. You would have been flustered as fuck in that moment.
You're exactly wrong. I'm brilliant in a crisis. I'm flustered in normal everyday life. When a crisis happens, I'm calm as fuck. I
don't trust people who tell me they're good in a crisis.
No, man, I really
no, because other people I don't want to be in a crisis with because I know they're the first ones to go to fucking shit.
No, you're
serious.
I like.
Also,
honestly,
it's a bit of a flex. I'm really good in a crisis.
No.
It's only a burst tyre.
If I'd been on one of them planes, wouldn't have happened.
No, it's the exact opposite.
I'd have stopped it.
It's the opposite of a flex. I'm not saying. I'm not saying I get superhuman powers. I'm saying I am so fucked up all the time that when chaos happens, it just matches me, and I'm like, all right, I'm fine here. Like I'm like comfortable in it.
I feel like I'm like that as well. Yeah. Like I go really.
I want to see this energy in a rape crisis centre. That's
just calm.
Don't worry, love. I'm good in a crisis.
Yeah.
Just chill out. Just chill out, guys.
Yeah. Calm down. It's the little everyday things that I can't get on board with, but this is going to be easy.
I thought we were meant to rape women in crisis. I really misunderstood the name of the centre.
Right.
So, no, but like genuinely, I was really calm. Actually, I went like, right, I just do the thing, and then I'm all right. And I was dead chill through all of this actually, because I was like, I literally had a little talk to myself. As soon as it happened, I was like, this is very annoying, but you can either be very angry at the side of the road or not and be at the side of the road. Those are your choices. So I was dead chill. It was all good. Where I was like, right, need to sort this out. I go through my phone, and because I'm such a fucking spaz, I'm like, right, well, I've got breakdown cover. I'm like, can't remember who it's with. Search all my emails. Go through like 5 different breakdown cover people I've had in the past. All of them have fucking expired. I'm like, shit. So I've got nothing. Next move, I've got to like call a mobile tyre fitter emergency around there. It's going to cost me a fucking fortune. Is what it is, right? Like I haven't got a spare tyre, by the way, in my car. It's a new car.
Why have you not got a spare tyre?
They don't come with them.
If you've got a new car, though, what you do have is you have the gel that you can put in that you could get over.
Yes. I'll show you a picture of my tyre. If you want to show me where you're going to put the gel. It exploded.
Did it explode because it had been worn thin? It was a bad
literally
tyre.
no idea. Like I've had the tyre wasn't that old.
So it's probably your fault then for not
cheers,
maintaining your car.
Sorry, you just want to blame me.
This is why you're good in a crisis because you created it.
I create crisis.
Yeah, you created your own crisis.
Right,
You're very experienced in crises.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
that is essentially it. Actually, my life has been such a shambles that when it happens, I'm like, this.
You've subconsciously created a crisis so you can talk about how good you are in a crisis.
I subconsciously burst my own tyre with the power of telekinesis
by not checking.
Driving down the M6, I'm like,
checking how your tyres are.
I need podcast content.
No, not that. You weren't looking after your tyres.
I wasn't looking after my tyres.
Yeah,
all right.
I don't even drive, but I know you look after
you
your tyres.
don't fucking drive.
I know. Yeah.
How am I getting this shit off you?
Well,
fucking shitting passenger over here.
If I drove, I would look after my tyres.
All right, good to know. If you drove, you would.
If I drove, I would do.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, mate.
I would check your tyres before I get in your car.
That'd be brilliant,
again.
mate. Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Because clearly you don't.
Fucking prick. So,
well, I just listen. Go on, So you go on the crisis. It doesn't sound like a crisis. It sounds like you just blew out a tyre. Yeah, you didn't go into another car or crash, did you?
No, I managed to avoid all that.
Right,
it was all good.
Yeah.
You know, so there, tyres fucking obliterated, right? I Google up, right, in the next town to where I am, there's like a 24-hour mobile garage thing.
Yeah.
But it's just a phone number, and it's called like M6 Tyres, right? And it's like it's got 2 reviews, one of which is a 1-star. I'm like, this is not great. But I'm like, right, fuck it, I'll give it a ring. It's the middle of the night, I've got no choice. It's like already like nearly midnight, right?
Okay.
This is happening. I ring the guy, and he's like, yeah, we should be able to get someone else. Send us some pictures. Here's a WhatsApp number, all this, right?
Yeah.
Send him some pictures. We talk back and forth. He's like, it'll be 400 quid. I'm like, fucking hell. But it's midnight. I've got no choice, right?
Yeah,
and I'm like, whatever, right? I'm like, cool.
Can I just interrupt a second here? What's the year membership for the AA?
Oh, like fucking 40 quid. Like, I've
Okay,
really
right, carry on the story.
Yes, I'm aware, Mick. I'm very aware this wasn't
Created his own crisis.
financially prudent decision I ever made.
He doesn't need the AA because he's so good in
in
a
a
crisis.
crisis, yeah.
In fact, the AA come out and they say to Rob, "What would you do?"
You seem very calm. Yeah, but unfortunately, the AA won't give you a membership. You go, oh, I need you now, by the way. Yeah, there is like a period before they'll actually come out. So, yeah, like, anyway, send all this back and forth. And then he goes, he's like, right, yeah, it'll be an hour and a half. Here's my bank account. Transfer me the money and I'll send someone out. And I go,
oh yeah.
Hello. Right, it's fucking midnight.
Yeah.
I'm at the side of the road. I've rang a random mobile number off Google. You know, I'm in a vulnerable position here. I'm not sending a random cunt 400 quid I've never met. So I just texted back, mate, I can't send you a bunch of cash before I've met you. I'll do it before you've done the job if you want. As soon as you arrive, I'll transfer you the money. All good. And then he goes, nope, you got to pay beforehand. And I went, well, I was like, I thought for a minute, and I was like, I'm a bit fucked here. What can I really do? So I go, right, look, just help me out a little bit here. Can you send me your business premises address and like maybe a link to your company's house, just so I've got a bit of like detail on who you are?
Yeah.
I'll send it over. And he goes, well, if you don't trust me, I think you should find someone else. I know. In fact, that was one message after because I went, like, I said that, and he just went, Google it, and I went, well, I guess I've got no choice.
Are you being gaslit by a fucking?
It was insane, mate.
Yeah.
It was.
So you weren't doing really well in this crisis at all.
No,
were
I
you?
was doing very badly.
You'd lost control of
I
this
was very
crisis.
calm whilst getting fucked in this crisis, right? So but that was at one point because like he sent that.
Genuinely, next thing you know, this guy will be messaging you and saying that he can't come out because his dad's got depression and he's died or whatever.
It was insane. It was totally that. It was exactly that shit. So he said that he goes Google it, and I go, oh well, I guess I've got no choice but to trust you. Fine, I'll sort it out. And he goes, yeah. Then he goes, well, if you don't trust me, I think it's best you find someone else. So at this point, I was like, oh well, fuck this cunt. I just text back, I'm really sorry I hurt your feelings. Did you? I did, yeah. And then he texts back, there's a company in Stoke who might do it for you, and sent me the details of someone else.
Wow.
So I think he didn't read the sarcasm at all in me being like, I'm very sorry I hurt your feelings. And just went, oh, well, he's apologised. So he sends me this other company who then did it way cheaper and quicker. And also, like, I paid them up front. So I was like, straight away. They had reviews and stuff and an actual address that were way less legit, right? So eventually, this other guy comes out, right? It takes a fucking hour after I've made all these calls for the guy to arrive, right? And it's cold. I don't have a coat with me because it's just a summer day. Fucking like right pain in the ass. This guy finally arrives, and I'm like, brilliant. This is going to get sorted. It's been expensive. It's still been over 300 fucking quid. You know, like it's been a right pain in the ass. Dude's here.
But luckily,
fine.
your fee for the gig with a.
A fraction of it. A fraction of it. So like I'm stood there. I'm fucking cold. It's been like it's now like fucking past 1 a.m. This guy's arrived.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a heck of a crisis, but you've been so good so
I've been
far.
You've been so calm.
Yeah, you've been so good. Just sat there cold.
Yeah. Oh, there's even
apologising to random men like a little bitch.
It gets worse.
Random scam artists.
I've missed out a bit that's even worse. Right. I really wish I'd not said I was good in a crisis before telling this story. Right. After the guy has gone, oh, you know, you can find someone else. I'm like, fucking hell. Right, I'll call the SOS phone. Because, you know, I'm at one of those things inside of the road was the SOS phone. I was like, I'll try and find my own guy, but if I can't, I'll call them. Because I've had it before where I've broken down on a bit where there's no hard shoulder. You ring one of them, they get you a truck to the services, and then you can deal with it from there. I was like, right, I'll have to do that. At least I can be inside of services. It's a place where people can get to easier. It'll be easy to sort out from a services. Worst case scenario, get a hotel there, sort it in the morning, right? So I pick up the phone on the SOS thing. It's side of motorway, so it's loud as fuck, and it's dead quiet because it's a piece of shit. And the guy's like, hello, you know, there, and he was like, yeah. So we go through like his questionnaire of everything. He goes, oh, what's your reg play? What's happened? Are you on your own? All this sort of stuff. We go through this whole list, right? It takes that fucking quarter of an hour. And then he goes, right, so, so it's completely burst on your tyre. I went, yeah. And he goes, right. Well, you can't drive on a burst tyre. And I went, yes. That's why I've called you. And he went, right, yeah, you're going to need to get someone to change your tyre. I went, yeah. He went, right, can you find like a tyre fitter or like something? And I went, that's what I was doing before I called you. And he went, right, yeah, that's what I'd do. I went, I thought you might, like, you know, help. And he went, oh, no. It's like, no, we just do advice. I was like, what?
What's the fucking
Why
point of
am I
that phone?
talking? I was like, why am I on the phone to you then? He went, oh, I don't know. And I just hung up. So
It's just there for advice.
just there for advice. And the advice was, you can't drive on that,
Well,
mate.
you know what?
Oh, really?
You know.
Oh, thank you, mate.
You know what? I hope people who are hearing this pod now just decide to stop at one of them and phone up and say, I'm having problems with my mum. Yeah. I don't know whether to put her in a home or not.
A little pocket, they get a phone call. Should I put a bit of chocolate in a spaghetti bolognese?
Me and my missus just feel really distant at the moment. So I've had all that. I finally get through to the one who comes, right? They've taken like another fucking hour and a half to get there, right? I'm like, it's been a pain in the ass by this point, but he arrives. I'm happy he's there. This lad, he starts complaining that my nuts are swollen on the thing, which, maybe love a little bit, a little swollen nuts. I'm in a very good mood.
I understand they are, but will you please look at the tyres, sir?
Sorry, I was just very excited to see you. It's been quite a cold evening up to this point. Right, he gets me fucking tire off. He goes into his van. He's like, I'll just be a sec sorting this, right? He goes into his little van. He's there for like 20 minutes, which is too long to change a tyre, right? He comes back and he's holding me rim, right? And it's still got the shredded tyre.
Sorry, you said you really...
Sorry, he's dealt with me swollen nuts. And now he's on to me rim. Right, now he's on to me rim. And he's like, I've licked this clean. No, right, it's still got the shredded tyre. And he's like, I can't get the tyre off. The way it's blown is really weird. He's like, this is super rare. This never happens. It's blown in a way where it won't come off, right? I've greased it. I've rimmed it and everything.
Fucking hell, he's lubed.
He's lubed it up to his elbow.
Yeah.
Right, he's like,
I tried putting my tongue around it.
yeah. He goes, I've greased it. I've done everything I can, right? It won't come off. I go, oh, fuck, right. So I go, what do we do? And he goes, right, well, I can maybe if I get some snips and like a Dremel and stuff and cut at it, I can maybe cut it off, but it'll take like an hour. And I go, right, what's the alternative? And he goes, oh, I don't think there is one. Right, and this is where I was calm. This is where I was good. Because what I wanted to say was, so my options are, either you do a bit of work for the 300 quid I've just fucking paid you, or I live here. Those are the options. I live at the side of the road now. I just exist here forever.
Yeah, but you've got a phone there. You can call for food or anything. Do you know any good pizzas? You got any pizza places?
Exactly, yeah. I can call for advice on food. It's like, yeah, you might want a Chinese, mate. Thanks, pal. Cheers, fucking useful. Right, so I just go, well, yeah, I'm going to need you to do it then. He just goes, oh, all right then. What did he expect from me? I'd be like, yeah, don't worry about it, pal. You get yourself off.
Yeah, you put it back on.
Oh, no, that does sound like a pain in the ass for you. Yeah, it sounds awful for you. I wouldn't want you to be put out, mate. So he goes off. It only takes him half an hour anyway in the end. He gets it off, puts it on. I go home. That fucking did my head in when he was he presented that as an option.
Yeah.
What do you fucking mean? Just do it. What are you on about? But yeah, got home at half 4 in the morning. Fucking cost me twice as much as got paid for the gig.
It'd be like going in when your appendix is exploded. Yeah. The surgeon goes, I could open you up and cut it out and stuff. But I want to get lunch. It's gonna take about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Well, what are my options? Well, just
die.
Leave it. Yeah.
Just die. That was literally it. It's when I go, what's the alternative? Because I was thinking he might go, oh, I can tow you to a services and we'll deal with it. So I thought, he might have an or. Yeah. If you're gonna
or like a locksmith being oh, you locked out your house. Well, I could take the lock off, but it'd take an hour and a half.
But I'm a little bit surprised as well. I mean, I know not all wheels are standard size, but I'm 40 to have had one of them fucking spare.
Yeah, you think you'd have one of those in the van.
Just to say, I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah, stick that on and get you home.
Get you home.
Also, as well, if he'd have said to you as well, oh, I've got a spare one or whatever, but it's an extra X amount of money, you'd have just paid it just to fucking
go home.
Yeah,
go.
Exactly.
I nearly sent 400 quid to a man with one Google review.
Yeah. He was probably driving the streets looking for the same car for the wheel, just going.
Yeah, it was a fucking right ordeal.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm glad you're home safe.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah.
Cheers. But yeah, it was all right. It wasn't. It was one of those where it was just a low-level pain in the ass for hours.
Yeah.
It never got that bad.
But you never. So
because I was very calm.
Because you calm, so it wasn't a crisis, was it?
Exactly, mate. I've measured myself through it. No, it's because I have been known to spaz out in the time.
Right.
I've been known to throw a fucking tantrum, and I avoided one for the whole time.
I used to be really bad at that.
Good.
I remember once, and my missus, did make me laugh after. I was so angry. I was decorating once, doing the breast wall, and it was paper.
breast wall?
Breast. You know, the chimney breast.
All right, just not a wall.
Yeah,
just full
no,
of
I
tits.
just assumed he'd made a wall of tits, like his wall of crisps at his wedding.
So, and I couldn't get
Just
one
loads
of
of nut packaging.
I couldn't get the pattern to line up properly. So instead of like
Looks
just
like she's
working
got
on that
three.
piece, I ripped everything off every bit of wallpaper I'd put up. I ripped it all off. I ripped it all off, screwed it up, threw it in the floor, kicked it around, stamped on it, fucking tore it apart, sat down, lit a fag, and she just looked at me and went, "You're fucking stupid."
It's really embarrassing, in it, when you like flip out out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing more mortifying. I remember, like, I'm sure I must
I
have
once
told...
tried to put a chest of drawers together, and because I couldn't do something right, I just smashed the entire thing up, which is stupid. I don't do it. I probably still would do it. I haven't put a chest of drawers together. But that's what a stupid way of dealing with it.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have been like you. I'd have got, if I was driving your car, tire exploded, I would have kicked the car to death. I would have fucking destroyed it. And then been
Like the end of Mortal Kombat.
Then I'd have phoned for advice on how to get rid of a fucking car I'd just battered.
I cannot relate to any of this, Mick, because I am a very zen individual who at no point loses it massively on a day-to-day basis.
Like all the time. Like I'll go every now and again. He's literally a few times a day.
Every
Really?
car journey.
Every
for
car
sure.
journey has a massive freak out. Yeah, at some point. Yeah. Like I must have told the story of when I worked at Cafe Nero and I had a massive strop and I went into the office and booted a giant plastic bin. I was like furious. I fucking volleyed this bin as hard as I could and it bounced and hit a fridge and then smashed me in the face.
Fucking
It just
brilliant.
went boing, like nearly knocked me out. Like it's,
Why is stuff like that never on film?
I know, like there was no cameras in there.
Bastard.
But it's like it was like because it was one of those where I was so angry and I was so embarrassed, but also there was a bit in the back of my brain like that is funny. That is kind of funny that that's just happened, but I just couldn't fucking take it. I was still in mid-strop.
I'm about to sometimes having a falling down moment, I call it. You know, remember the Michael Douglas? One that I get so fucking annoyed at, and I'm probably going to get punched for it, but I do. If people are on the phone while they're being served and they're ignoring the person serving them and they're still talking, I do start saying, "Can you put your phone down, show the guy a bit of respect from behind them." I just hate that.
Yeah,
And
too.
pretty
I hated it when I worked at the pub.
Pretty soon I'm going to get punched out for it, but I think it's just rude.
Yeah.
It's just fucking rude.
No, fucking
All
is.
you have to do is say to the person on the phone, "Give me 2 seconds, I'm sorting something out," and then deal with
It's just sort of dismissive. People would like just be really dismissive. They sort of have like money there while they're like looking there. And
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm just fucking nothing. Am I?
Yeah.
You cunt.
I just don't care about that.
Yeah, but you
Sometimes I
didn't
pretend
work-
I'm on the phone just so they don't speak to me.
You didn't work in a bar, did you, Tom?
Yeah, I worked in a bar, worked in loads of shops.
Yeah.
If when it happened to me, I just wasn't asked.
You wasn't asked by it.
No, not really.
Tom's just used to being shat on by society.
Oh,
isn't he?
really?
Like, he's such a beta little cook that he's just like, oh, you don't have to pay me attention. Oh, it's fine. You don't have to even look at me.
He is
I'll
very-
go get you a beer. You carry on looking at your phone, mate. It's all right.
He is-
I'll make my own joy.
He is very beta.
He's
Tom,
very
isn't
beta.
He
Very beta.
He
yeah,
very
yeah,
much
yeah, very
takes
much.
what life
The
is.
little bitch of the group by a mile.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, but
real whipping
But I
boy.
found that beta males are also the most dangerous. You've got to keep an eye on them.
Right.
Because they underplay, they go on beta. They, oh, yeah, I'm really good around women, though, because I get your feelings.
Oh, yeah. I'm a
Yeah,
He is a bit of a
feminist.
rapist, actually. Yeah, he is a rapist.
I
Yeah,
am
that's true.
sneaky.
You are sneaky. Yeah.
The betas are sneaky. Because they've had to be.
Yeah. To
See,
survive.
see, everybody always goes about hunter-gatherers. The gatherers were the beaters, but they were having the most fucking fanny.
Right.
Of course they were, because
Or
the hunters
gathering
might
bush.
the hunters might not be coming back.
Yeah, but when they came back,
You
they
know
were
what I mean?
dripping in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dripping in it, but the beaters are like there in the cave going, putting together a basket going, I've fucking done her up the ass, right? You know what I mean? Laughing at the hunter.
That's got to be some cave woman ick, though, seeing someone like a man picking berries. It's just been, ugh.
Yeah.
What a cook.
Yeah, well then when she's looking out at night...
Go get a fucking
she doesn't-
mammoth like a man.
She doesn't realise that her husband's been eaten by a fucking saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
And the guy with berries, then he's all of a sudden...
You're playing the long game.
Yeah, exactly,
Like, that is the male feminist move, coming back with,
what
you're gathering there.
That's what beaters are, so don't trust them.
Oh, I don't trust
See,
him.
an alpha, you can spot the dicks, you know what I mean? I think I'm probably alpha minus.
Well, like, I think a lot of
or beta plus.
Yeah, a lot of comics fall into this sort of category of being alphas in a beta group. So,
Yeah.
like, amongst society, proper alphas will dog us out.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
amongst, like, a group of betas, there's a lot of comics who'll be, like, the alpha in that group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Do you know
the
what I mean?
you're the cleverest one in the bottom set.
Yeah. You're the tallest dwarf.
Yeah.
Is essentially what you are. Yeah. Like, yeah, we are all weirdos and freaks.
Yeah,
but still, like, you're not the ultimate alpha.
You're
yeah.
the hardest shithouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There
I'd
is-
love to be the tallest dwarf.
You're
I'm like mid.
you're not far off, actually.
There is something about comedy as a hobby that brings those sort of beta weird.
I see it's more of a profession, mate, but that's fine. It's probably best you see it as a hobby.
It is, but is there lower than a beta? There must be.
Oh yeah, there's
Because I have encountered people who are lower than a beta.
Oh, imagine a gamma. Fucking hell.
Oh no, there are people who beat as bully. You know,
Yeah,
like,
there has to be.
There is like
That's the nature of things.
Yeah, there are just people who are just like nothing.
Is incel lower than a beta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incel's bottom of the tree, like the unfuckable. You know?
Yeah, but
you know how in India
Angry,
they have the
basically.
untouchables. Here we have the unfuckable. That's our
The unfuckable.
our bottom set of humanity. Like, yeah, there's definitely like the real like Reddit netbids. The sort of people who watch this podcast, they're the bottom.
Yeah.
The fans of this podcast. Honestly, our Discord server, if you want to find out who's the bottom, that's
I
it.
don't think they're quite at the bottom. I think people who are disabled and have like no functioning abilities. Maybe
Yeah,
they're
our
below-
Discord server.
Maybe they're just a little bit below
Our
fans.
Discord server. No. There's people who are just essentially tubes hooked to machines who are above our fucking fans. You might be watching or listening to this going, wouldn't this be better if I could also smell the guys who are doing this? So maybe come see us live.
We are doing the Edinburgh Fringe.
Yes.
Rob, you're doing your own show for the whole month. Where are you going to be at?
I'm going to be at the Caves. It's on Cowgate. It's right in the centre. And I'm at 8:55 p.m. every day, apart from one of them. I think it's like a Monday in the middle, but, don't come to that. It's going to be dead good.
I'm doing the second half. I'm doing from the 13th of August onwards.
Part-timer.
I am doing the cask room at the Mash House, again, right in the centre, right next to the Caves, actually. And mine's at 5:05.
And we're going to try and do some live podcasts as well, so come check us out. Like, have a look at those in the brochure. We haven't officially confirmed the dates yet.
So if you are a Dead Men Talking fan, please come down. We'd love to see you there. Get pictures, come say hello. Stop us.
Mainly give us money.
Harass us, harangue us.
Yeah.
Touch us.
Yeah, touch Freddy. Just without saying anything, just walk up and rub his face.
Oh, right. Okay. Here's a rule. Right. Rob said that this is fine. If you see Rob in Edinburgh, take your finger and just try and ram it up his ass. No matter where you are or what he's doing.
Freddie doesn't really like greetings, is the thing about him. So what he much prefers, as the flamboyant gay man he is, just tickle his bollocks. Just walk up, tickle his bollocks without saying anything.
Do you know
Just a little
what? If
tickle.
I've been walking around Edinburgh all day,
Yeah.
you fucking touch them at your own risk.
But if you can't be asked to go to the Edinburgh Festival, then Freddie's going to be going on tour.
I'm on tour, baby. I am on tour October and November. I'm going to 20 different cities all across the UK and Ireland. There's some places that are dead close to selling out already. I think they'll probably be sold out by the time you're listening to this. And there's other places as well that have literally limited availability. It's
Some of them
selling really well.
aren't selling at all, though, so buy those tickets.
Shout out to Darwin and Cardiff. No, they're actually doing
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
but they're just not as well as everything else. If you want tickets, then head over to freddyquinne.co.uk, Freddy with a Y, QUINNE.co.uk, and get your tickets right now before they sell out.
The Army of the Dead needs you. Join us at patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod to get even more from this podcast. If you love it, you can get an extra episode every week. We've got loads of specials on there. There's more stuff going up all the time. And most importantly, you are the reason, you who've signed up to the Army of the Dead, are the reason that we can go so hard. The reason we don't need to give a fuck about upsetting anybody is that we have you behind us. So join us at patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. Get yourself a free trial for a week if you like. It's £3 a month. You get loads of extra stuff. Now, here's a little taster of a recent episode from Patreon for you to enjoy.
Can you abort a live baby?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
You can abort babies up to 4.
You can
4
abort.
years.
Legally, yeah.
Right.
I like
Salt.
very easily when they're that young. Just
Can you
shake
abort
'em.
other people's babies? Because maybe that's what we should have done.
Babies are essentially like etch-a-sketches up to a certain age. Done.
Yeah.
This one's broken.
Is that what Louise Woodward was doing? That's an old reference,
Yeah, it's
isn't
just
it?
like, I just didn't really like this drawing.
Louise Woodward.
She shook a baby
shook a
to
baby to death.
Went in 1996 in America.
Did she?
She was an au pair.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing a documentary about
Yeah,
her.
she was from Cheshire.
Who could shake a baby? Louise Woodward could.
How long do you reckon that takes?
Shaking a baby?
Yeah.
Longer than you could be arsed with.
I reckon 30 seconds.
No, longer than that.
Google.
Tell you what, right.
How long does it take to shake a baby
Here's
to
an
death?
It
idea.
depends how fast you shake it.
Here's an idea for a new special, right? Like we call it the Tamagotchi special. All right, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We all get a live baby.
As opposed to a dead baby.
Well, it's gonna be
All right. Okay.
right. Whoever kills it first wins.
I think we need a selection of babies,
Right.
and whoever. So round 1,
Yeah.
shake a baby to death.
Right.
Round 2, kick a baby to death.
Yeah.
Round 3,
Speed
freestyle.
Speed round. Whoever's
Speed round.
whoever's
You
doing
just
it-
get a baseball bat in a minute.
No. You get to
They
be.
just throw them in the air.
You get to be creative.
Yeah.
No.
It's like a rage room.
They don't throw them in the air.
Hundreds of babies.
Hundreds of babies. You've got a sledgehammer, some big gardening gloves, and a visor.
They don't throw them in the air. They actually fastball them at you.
Oh, right, it's like a bowling machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ping them out by the head. No, right. You get any way to kill a baby as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
Right. What you doing?
I just honestly think a big hammer.
I'd kill it quicker.
Just one whack. That I can't do quicker than that.
I'd kill it in like less than.
Nail gun.
No.
Stamp.
So-
Stamp.
So what I would do.
Stamp on its face.
Right.
So what I would do is I would stand next to a thresher,
Yeah.
and then I'd be like, "Give us that baby," and I'd go woof like that.
Give us that baby. What are you going to do with it?
Why are you standing next to a thresher?
All right.
Don't worry about that.
If we're allowed that sort of equipment.
Don't worry. I've just been doing some other stuff with the thresher.
If
but
we're
I'm not
allowed
gonna-
that sort of equipment, I'm going to have a Boeing 747 with the engines running. And I'm just going to go. There's just going to be pink mist coming out the back of the engine.
Okay, I'm
Oh, it's a
gonna.
girl.
World's best gender reveal.
Hey,
What? Hey.
have you ever wondered what Katie Price is up to right now?
No.
Do you want to find out? It's one of it's.
Was
so
there a video of her singing?
Yeah, it's so sad, isn't it?
Taylor Dane.
Oh mate, it's so sad.
Has she got her own face on her clothes?
I think she does, yeah. How are you going to tell it to her heart with that much insulation in front of it?
Mate, doesn't this just look like? Oh, as a performer,
Yeah.
this comes to us all.
Kanye West kid or this? It's the ultimate battle show.
This comes to us all as performers. There's a bit where you can't do it no more, and nobody tells you.
But she's never been a
She's
singer.
never been able
No,
to do it.
she's
Do
never
you-
been
Do you
able
see
to
yourself
do it.
as being the same as Katie Price?
Not yet.
Slightly smaller tits.
Not
Katie
yet.
Price does.
But I mean, there is a bit in every fucking artist where they just can't do it no more.
Artist.
It comes to them.
Artist.
I know. I'm not just saying it with it. I'm
You
just
see
saying
her
it
as a peer.
I'm saying
You looked at that and you went, that's me,
I'm
that is.
saying it in a general way.
Very general.
He's showing himself as a beater now,
He
isn't he?
really
Yeah,
is. He's,
yeah.
put himself, he's cocked himself. He's like, I'm like her. Like, I think the word artist has been stretched beyond breaking point
Yeah.
if we're using it for her.
Her talent is she had a tit job.
Yeah, that is
That's
essentially
what
it.
she's famous
She's
for.
not even famous for being naturally fit. She just
Yeah.
bought tits.
Why did
Yeah.
it say Ming on that?
Yeah.
Or has it just stopped at
Just
the wrong
an
place?
accurate description in the background. Yeah, like that is fucking horrific. She's like bankrupt in that though, isn't it? There's always stories on like I always see like viral headlines where it's like they always talk about her mucky mansion because it's always like dead messy.
Yeah.
So it's like sell her house and that.
Yeah.
Because
Bad performance though, wasn't it?
yeah, it was not great.
Last
yeah.
time I saw a car crash that bad was when she was behind a wheel.
Hey!
I can't believe that her career survived that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but also, there's in a bit of context here. That somebody's filming that on the phone, like a snide little prick, aren't they, in the yard?
I don't think it's that snide.
I think
They're on
I think it
stage.
is. I think maybe she might not.
Do you think this was her work in progress? She didn't want this coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it might not have sounded that bad in the room.
I think it probably did. Mate.
Well, I'm just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt here.
It's
you
a
know.
microphone, not a fucking it's going to pick up the actual sound.
Listen, pub karaoke, that'd be all right. That's acceptable.
Yeah, I think people have paid to
Yeah,
be
you're not
there.
paying 30 quid though. 30 quid a ticket or whatever.
How do you
for
know it
pub-
was 30 quid a
It's
ticket?
not.
I reckon
30
I
quid.
reckon it will have
His
been
mind's
like
been
that.
blown by the Snowden train. He's like his scales completely
Yeah,
off now.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, that must be at least £42.
But is that so a return ticket to Katie Price show? Yeah, I mean, I just can't get that. Why you'd wear clothes with your own face on it? I don't.
It is insane.
It's a
Wild that,
That's
isn't
a,
it?
well, yeah, that's a wild form of narcissism, that isn't it? But also, unless she suffers from face blindness,
Yeah. Do you remember when
and she doesn't know who she is when she looks in the mirror.
I imagine
Little
I
reminders.
imagine that if you're Katie Price and you're going to wear clothing with pictures of your own face on,
Yeah.
you wouldn't pick your face now. Like, like you'd pick your face 20 years ago.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know,
but
that's
that's
largely
awful because that leads to awkward questions. You go, oh, I didn't know you had a daughter.
Well, she does, doesn't she?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, you know,
Does she?
if you
Yeah,
did it,
yeah.
you got to choose the right moment 20 years ago, though, because you wouldn't want a sad face when Dwight left.
She can't have been sad when she's doing all them drugs.
Or can you, like, her face when she first sees Harvey? Because he's bad at world records. That's why she's disappointed. Disappointed.
That's why Ming's on the screen. He's on next.
Oh, God.
Click this one, yeah?
Maybe you're right about your fans.
Oh, God. Like, do you remember when she did Eurovision?
Katie Price did Eurovision.
Yeah, well, she applied. They
Yeah.
used to have a thing where they do a pre-contest, like, you know, for Britain's entry into Eurovision. And she was one of the contestants in it, and she wore a pink latex suit, but she was heavily pregnant, so she essentially looked like a Zumba ball at the time.
Oh, no.
It was fucking horrific. Yeah, like I don't know who told her that she could sing.
She's had, I reckon, the best career per her talent ratio.
Oh, yeah, she's
Do you know
got
what I mean?
zero talent.
In terms of somebody with so little talent that's had such a storied career.
She's
Do you
not
know
even
what I mean?
got much
I don't-
personality.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, these become fucking famous from reality TV. I mean, some of these have gone on to have incredible careers, and you think, fucking how? Why? You've got no talent.
Tell
Yeah.
you who's the most baffling. Like, tell you what's an amazing career to have. If you could be the person like, you know, like Greg Wallace, right? Danny Baker used to be this guy. Someone who's just on telly for no real discernible reason. They're just on everything.
Greg Wallace is a chef, isn't he?
Yeah, but like, he's not like a
No, he's
notable-
not. He's not a good
no,
chef.
John Turode was
he's
a chef.
He's a greengrocer.
Yeah,
Is he?
he's a greengrocer. Yeah,
Greengrocer.
it's just like it's just sort of happened that he happened.
Danny Baker's a journalist, though.
Yeah, he was, but like you
Decent
know,
presenters as well.
Decent
sure,
presenter.
but the amount that they were on, like
Yeah.
you've got to remember how omnipresent Danny Baker was in like the early 90s. He was on fucking everything. I'm not slagging Danny Baker. I'm slagging Greg Wallace a little bit, but I mean like that bloke who's sort of like you look at him and you go, why are you on everything?
Do you know
It's
what
not
I
like
think?
his looks.
Do you know what I think has one of the best jobs in telly? The guy that gets to present Rogue Traders.
Oh, the little bald-headed guy.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's Dom. That's from Don't Get Done, Get Dom.
Oh, right.
Fun
So that
fact-
was such a wild left
Fun
turn. I had
fact-
no idea what to do
Fun
with that.
fact, I used to go out with a girl who thought that...
Looked like him.
No, she thought that Dominic Littlewood from Don't Get Done, Get Dom was an ex-burglar that had reformed his ways and was now a TV presenter who was convinced to sort of like, you know, let the... Sort of like the fucking mass magician, but for burglaries. But yeah, I think Rogue Traders is a great job because
Right.
you're going to get a decent wage. Most of it's done for you, and you get to fucking catch people and be like, "Oh, why are you ripping that old lady off?"
Yeah.
I reckon that's a top job.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd aim a little higher.
Yeah, but I mean, but hopefully that goes to somebody who's obviously had some training in presenting and so on, so they have got some talent. I mean, I'm talking about these that come from these fucking, I don't know what you call them, fucking reality shows, and then they go on to, they get every fucking job going on telly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
just
it's
think,
like talking heads constantly.
yeah, all that shite.
Isn't that how Alison Hammond got started?
Yeah, she's in Big Brother.
Yeah.
She's in Big Brother, yeah.
But with her, I think that she's talented.
She is, yeah, she's good.
She's very
but-
charismatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rylan is a shout, actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I don't think he's talented, but he's just on
Again,
it.
it's
very
that sort-
likeable.
It's that sort
He's
of thing of
likeable. He's
being
good at
like-
his job,
That's
though.
all you need for like that
Yeah.
daytime TV, innit?
Yeah.
You've got to be likeable, personable. You've got to make nanas have got to go, oh, they seem nice.
But Katie
That's
Price
what
isn't
you need.
even likable.
No, this is it. Katie Price just literally has nothing. And like to be fair, like what she does have is clearly she's got a very shrewd business brain in order to be able to leverage nothing into all that she's had. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
there's something happened.
Fair
there.
play to her.
Yeah, this is it. I don't fucking begrudge her at all. Like, you know, like fair enough.
Gemma Collins.
Oh yeah.
I hate
That's
that
Because
another
she's
one, isn't it?
actively a cunt as well.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah. One of our mates has got a great Gemma Collins story. I won't out them on here, but I'll tell
All
you
right,
afterwards.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, just being an absolute twat on a telly show,
Yeah,
with them,
yeah, yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who calls themselves the GC wants fucking shooting.
Mm.
Yeah. The end.
The
Yeah.
GC, is that what she calls
The
herself?
GC.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The great cunt. We call him the FGC. Fat gay cunt.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds way too close to FGM.
You got excited.
The Fat Gay Monk.
They call him the clit nibbler. What have you brought?
I've also brought. So my algorithm's fucked at the moment.
Yeah.
Click on the last one. I want to show you what is the most ridiculous new hobby for young people that you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
Now,
fuck off. I've seen this.
Have you seen
Fuck
the
off.
incredible world of hobby horsing?
Yeah.
I have not.
I feel like this
I
is the
have.
teenage girl equivalent of teenage boys doing tech decks.
Just
like
just
finger skating.
turn the sound off completely.
So it'll just be some music.
This is why this person's got loads of videos. They have competitions all over the world, and I shit you not, it is fucking silly.
Yeah. Oh, of course they named the horse. That's nothing. You just jump it.
So
You could do that.
she's jumping over tiny hurdles with a
Holding a hobby
horse's
horse.
head with a stick.
It's a
on
hobby
it.
horse. That's what that's called. A horse's head on a stick is
Yeah.
a hobby horse.
I'd always heard the word, but I never knew what it was.
She couldn't even fucking do. Look at that. Fuck off.
If you fail at
Fuck
this,
off.
she's not even doing it well. She's doing it in such a lurching, gangly way.
I hope she falls over and then they shoot
Your
her.
style of great.
They just put some tarpaulin round her.
Why don't she limbo? If she limboed under him with
Yeah.
that horse's head.
Oh, they should do that in the Grand National.
Yeah.
Instead of jumps, they'd have limbos.
There are hobby horsing competitions. It is a huge thing. I thought that it was a piss take. It's not.
When he says a huge thing, it's not like 30,000 people at these things. There might be a lot of them worldwide.
No,
but
it's a huge thing considering how big you would imagine this thing to be.
lads, shall we enter?
Well, yeah,
Oh.
have a
There's such a low barrier for entry. Like we could
well,
genuinely
you've got dead meat coming up, so have a just set up an area for
for hobby horsing.
Fucking do it.
I'll be honest, mate. We're struggling to put comedy stages on. I don't know if we're going to add hobby horsing.
Wait a minute.
but
Wait a
that's
minute.
fucking
Wait
funny.
a minute. What about if we have hobby horsing
Yeah.
and the winner gets a horse?
The winner gets a gram of ketamine.
Hobby horse jousting.
Oh, I like that.
Right.
Well, that'd be good, wouldn't it?
we
There's
only-
a competition 15th of June. We could do that.
Where is
Entries
it?
close in 2 days. We're perfect timing.
Wait.
Where is it? Bowlesworth International. Where's that?
Oh, wait, I'm on holiday. There's
Ah.
loads, though. There's loads of events.
There
All
are
of
loads
these.
of
Fuck off.
events.
Look at
I
that.
told you it's a massive,
No.
massive
That
thing.
is
This is an arena.
Yeah, but
Shit in hell.
right. Okay. Well,
Isn't it insane?
And you know what I
It is
imagine it
wild.
is as well. I bet it's a lot.
can you Google?
I
Can
bet
we
it-
see
I
some
bet-
footage of a
I
competition?
bet it's adults as well and kids always end up crying because adults take it fucking
yeah,
seriously.
yeah. Oh, and that's it. Whenever there's any sort of like competition like this, the people in it take it so seriously.
Fucking, I'll be honest.
It's
know.
wild, isn't it?
Have you tried kissing a girl? Have you
Well,
tried
most
that?
of these are girls.
Yeah. Also, same question.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's a competition.
That's
oh, no,
that's,
this is
that's,
just
a
on
proper
a horse.
horse.
That's on a horse. That's not a hobby horse. That's a regular horse. Right, here we go. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, like when it's genuinely little children, less of an issue with it.
Oh, we should definitely enter one that's just full of kids. Just batter him.
Honestly, you blend in.
Them kids would actually think they'd stood a chance against you.
Yeah.
Here he is.
I'm like, look at
fucking-
this tiny one.
Look at this beta tiny blade.
Getting bullied by all the little girls.
You're so bitter you wouldn't even be able to control your own hobby horse.
This hobby horse is in a hedge eating it.
The hobby
Like,
horse
"Come
is
back!"
riding me.
He's got booked. He's got thrown off his hobby horse.
I don't know. I mean, even if it's for kids, then I think there's an
Get your
age.
kids into a better hobby, innit?
I think
Do
there's
you know what I want to do? I want to, whoever is doing these videos of them hobby horsing, find out where they keep the hobby horse, cut the stick off, and leave the head in the bed next to them. The ultimate fucking threat.
It's wild though, isn't it?
Yeah,
What
that
a
is fucking
wild fucking
mental.
thing.
Being an adult and making that your hobby.
It's so pathetic.
There seems to be a hobby online about which they keep showing up on Twitter on my feed. These videos where these girls are in the gym and trying to record themselves and then get angry because these men
That's me right
in the
now.
gym.
Yeah, he's the problem.
I'm the pervert in the gym.
Yeah, that is very much a thing online where it's like there's a whole thing of just like, look at this pervert, and it's just a man stood there. But then there's somewhere that
There's some, of course, obviously going to be perving.
Yeah.
But there's some just in the gym.
Yeah.
He's in the fucking gym.
I know, it's just a man who's there. It does lead to a thing though in gyms. Like every bloke, as soon as like there's a woman working out, everyone's just like,
Yeah.
I think maybe ban cameras in gyms then.
I think so too.
Yeah.
The gym me and Tom go to, they've got a very clever solution. They've segregated the women. There's a women's only gym. They just put them all in there, separate but equal. We keep them away from us. We never have to look at them or interact with them.
Some women do go in the main bit as well.
Yeah, but they're like
the women's only one is very small.
Yeah, but when they come out, we're like, yeah, back in, yeah, and like squirting with water.
Have they got like tiny little weights and stuff? Have they?
Oh yeah, little pink plastic weights. It's one where Tom goes. They let him in there. They're like, it's women and cooks only.
You've got to utilise mirrors if you're going to perv in the gym. It's very easy to perv with a mirror, and it doesn't look like you're perving.
Yeah,
just do that.
It does when you got your cock out, and everybody can see it around the gym by utilising the mirrors.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, I don't know why I'm complaining. I mean, I've not been in a gym for fucking years. I'll be too knackered to perv. How the fuck? Yeah, you fucking.
I say it's not the energy I'm bringing. I'm bringing a much sweatier, wheezier energy to the gym.
Yeah. Proper sex energy.
Yeah.
I got another thing as well that I brought. What is, out of interest, you're going to have to be quick to pause this one. What is the...
I've seen this. I'm not gonna cheat.
Have you got any secrets in your life? Like, we've all got secrets that you think, I would never tell another human soul about this.
I once killed a man.
Yeah, all right.
I think this is probably worse.
Sorry, I thought you were good in a crisis.
Sorry, what?
So
I was.
This is,
we needed a man killed him. I did it very calmly.
this is a lad who has clearly taken a fair bit and has drunk a fair bit, and he's getting interviewed on camera, and he...
You can't be
my
interviewing
God.
people while they're on a boat party. Like, the boat party is the place where you can be least responsible on Earth.
Mate.
All morals are out the window. Like, you're on
No, I
international
think morals
waters.
are still included in international waters.
I don't think you understand what
Even
international
pirates
waters are
had
about.
rules.
Yeah, but the implication.
Yeah, but
Why
did
this...
pirates film interviews with each other a lot?
Yeah, I don't think pirates were like, I'll get his secrets out of him.
Why this lad thought it would be a good idea to tell this story, I have no idea.
Right, we're here at Uncharted boat parties. We're here with my mates, but they're somewhere else. Joe. We're here with Joe. Right, listen, I want you to name one thing that you've done that no one knows about.
I used to sniff my mum's knickers when I was like 10. Because that's curious.
Tell us why you did that. Why?
I'm just curious. I wanted to know what it smells like.
Yeah, what was you curious about?
Does it smell like fish or not?
Honestly, get this cunt on a
And he's got
podcast
a
with Jamie Hutchinson.
He's got a massive cold sore on
Massive
his...
cold
on his-
sore.
on his-
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
That is a wild thing to go to where he thinks for a second and goes, yeah, it's the sniffing story. That's what I'm going to
It's
go
about time that I get this one off my chest.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Now his mum would have seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not have this phase of development where I was like, wonder what my mum's pussy smells like. I feel like I'm not the weird one for this. I don't think this is a thing we all go through where we're like, what if my mum's pussy smells of fish?
I've heard that
I've never had any curiosity about what my mum's snatch smells like, to be honest with you.
to be fair to him, fair play for doing his own independent research.
Yeah, he didn't believe. He could have asked his dad.
Yeah. He could have. It'd been better if he'd done his mum's friends if he'd been at their house. And then,
literally any other vagina on earth.
Yeah.
I would say is better.
But when he says as well that he smells his mum's knickers, if he wanted to know what her pussy smelled, this is so wild. But if he wanted to know what her pussy smelled like, he'd surely
straight
have
to the
go,
source.
He'd surely have to go to the like
washing basket.
The washing
Yeah,
basket.
yeah.
So it would have been unwashed.
Yeah.
Oh my!
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
we
really
can't smell it through
if
what?
you
I know,
if you really wanted to know, you should have been listening to when his mum and dad were at it. Heard them getting it on. Waited while she'd finished. Obviously, knickers come off during then, so she'd been nice and wet at some point. Yeah, so it might still be there. That's when he goes to the washing basket. While your mum and dad are asleep after fucking, that's when you get knickers off the floor, and that's when you smell them.
I think he
Do you know
wanted
what
it to brew for a while.
Do you know what?
I
He
think
should
he
have
left
done?
it to ferment
It's a stew.
like kimchi.
What he should have done? He should have waited until his mum and dad were finished having sex. Then afterwards, he should have gone, "Dad, can I sniff your cock?" Oh, no, it's not weird. I want to know if mum's pussy smells
It's just
of fish.
curious.
Just
Curious. Because that's... No, he says that's curious.
I literally never had anywhere close to any of that curiosity. I never even considered that.
Did he not say as well when he was about 10?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
about
that's-
10, that's a bit...
It's
yeah.
early to
That's
be that much of a deviant,
wild.
isn't it? Yeah.
You know what that might have been as well, actually? It might not have nothing sexual-wise to it at all. No, 10. That might have been at school hearing kids going, vaginas smell like fish and all this. And he's probably thought, right, how can I smell my mum's vagina? I can't ask her.
It's just, I think even if you're a child and you're very curious about vaginas, you just need to investigate another one. Just any other vagina.
Well, there's other ways of going about it as well. I mean, your mum could have been sat watching TV and say, "Oh, can I lie down with you?" And you could put your head on her lap, and she'll be going, "Oh, you sound like you got a cold, son."
Mum, can I do some cocaine off your lap?
I hope he smelled and went, oh, it actually tastes a bit like shit.
Fucking hell, like he's messed up. Like it's also like I feel for the lad because he is off his fucking bollocks.
I know that's out there now, and he
forever.
can't ever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like anytime he's trying to get a job interview.
Yeah,
like, we've found a video of
I
it.
even feel you said there's no morals when you're at sea, apparently, which I disagree with. There has to be morals when you're at sea, but I think things like that, sense of responsibility. I couldn't be that snide. If I was a guy filming that, I'd say, "Are you right? Do you want me to put this out?"
I don't think he can consent to it in that
condition. In that condition.
I don't think. But like that's what that guy's there for. If he's interviewing people at a boat party, this is what he's hoping for.
Yeah.
You know, you want someone to say something fucked up, innit? Like,
Of course.
I don't think this guy on YouTube has the greatest ethics.
I don't. Yeah, you want people to say things fucked up, but clearly he's never heard anything fucked up before because his facial reaction is like
He had no idea what to do with it.
Yeah, exactly.
He just goes.
Yeah.
Honestly, a 10-minute conversation with Jamie Hutchinson would kill that guy. He wouldn't be able to. It's literally only Jamie's the only other person I know of who's had that level of curiosity.
Yeah.
And Jamie's a disgusking little freak. So
Yeah.
Oh my God, smell your mum's.
It's just, I just don't get the fucking follow through. It's like, I want to, it's like you can follow it up to a point in it. It's like, I wonder what pussy smells like. I want to go smell a pussy to work that out, right? I'm with it up to this point, all right? I get
But
where
this
you
is
go,
a child as
what
well.
pussy can I access?
This isn't when you were a kid, if you were curious about... How old are you, Mick?
55.
When you were a kid, if you were curious about something, there was nowhere to go for the
Let's
answers.
go check the stone tablets,
This
didn't
this guy's in his early 20s. He has access to the entire internet to find out
you? You could
his
just
queries.
go, does pussy smell of fish? You
Yeah.
can put that in.
Yeah. Why is he fucking... Oh, man, this is weak. This is horrible.
Maybe he wasn't allowed a smartphone at the age of 10. I mean, he's only young. Maybe he wasn't.
I don't think he was allowed to smell his mum's knickers.
Also,
I don't think there's, do you know what? I don't think there's a law against that. If you want to smell your mum's thing.
strip clubs won't let you in when you're 10 as well. Maybe that's what we need to change. If we
Yeah.
let 10-year-olds into strip clubs, they can smell a stranger's pussy, someone else's mum's pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You imagine,
motherfucker!
So when his mates at school were going to each other, going, smell your mum. You know, you used to do that, smell your mum. He was actually going up to his friends going, smell me mum.
Smell my mum.
mum.
Can you imagine being his mate seeing that video, though? You'd be like, oh, thank you.
On a
Lord.
lad's holiday as well.
Thank you,
That's
Lord.
all they're talking about on that.
Forever.
Here's-
You own him forever. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's done.
Done.
Here's the thing as
That's
well.
how you end up in a Tom's beta status.
He's not pulling any woman for a long time either.
Yeah.
Like he's on
I don't
holiday.
imagine he has the best game. The
No,
mum's
no.
pussy sniffer with the giant fucking weeping
No,
sore
but-
on his mouth.
No, but the real sad thing is that he'll still never know.
If you're working in Victoria's Secret in his town now or wherever he lives, and you see him, you'll be like, as soon as he walks in, you'll be fucking, get out, you dirty cunt. We know what you're up
Shoo!
to. Yeah.
Shoo! Get!
That it used to be a pervy thing, that, didn't it? But men used to steal women's underwear, usually
Yeah.
off washing lines and stuff.
Yeah. I think that's still a thing that men
But,
like.
it is,
underwear.
but what I don't understand is,
I don't
like
think
you
they do it
said,
to their own
why
mum.
do you get clean underwear?
Yeah, off a washing line, stupid. 'cause
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
smelling fucking Daz.
Yeah, exactly.
Surely
Well,
one
or Dev.
But no, surely the ripeness is the aim. You've got to get it out of the washing basket. You're right.
Yeah,
But
of
like more
course.
difficult to steal out of a washing basket than a line. That's the
Yeah.
pervert's problem, innit? You know.
Yeah.
Pervert's paradox.
Yeah.
Or you could pretend to be a cleaner in the changing rooms at swimming baths.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Into the lockers. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, or you know when you get those costume drying machines, you just put one of those signs above your head.
A what drying machine?
Costume drying machine. Have you not seen one of those?
Fuck, I've not been swimming for fucking
I can
years.
tell you're not doing loads of exercise, mate. It's a little machine. You pop it in, it spins it around, gets all the water out of it.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You
Yeah.
mean you just don't wrap it up in a towel anymore?
No,
well,
no,
you
no.
do that afterwards, but it's much drier.
Oh, for fuck's
I know. These woke bastards
Yeah.
drying our
What
costumes.
fucking necks.
Yeah, you can't do anything nowadays. Can't even go home with a wet costume.
You used to have to go home wearing the wet costume.
Yeah. And your mum would be like, give us a sniff of that.
Yeah.
Have you brought anything?
Yeah.
Good. Do you want to introduce it?
Yeah, it's not me who's got to bring it up, is it?
I'm just panicking because he's got his hand covering the
We'll
cunt of the week thing.
we'll have a look what I brought in first.
I know. I'm
I
trying to delay this sting for as long as possible.
So right, this is a little story about a comedy gig in Spain. Right.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah. So
Dad punches comedian in the face for making disgraceful sexualized joke about three-month-old son.
Yeah, but isn't the father some member of some extreme right-wing group?
this story gets more and more mad as it goes
Right.
on. Yeah. It's like it sounds like a simple Chris Rock situation, but there's more to it.
Police have made no arrest following the incident that has now gone viral. A Spanish comedian recently became the centre of attention when a video of him being punched by an angry dad went viral.
We'll skip to the video and then there's stuff underneath it that explains it.
While you're getting up that video, can I just sort of say that a lot of like acts that are from overseas, like Central Europe and stuff, even the biggest acts in their country are fucking wank at comedy.
Yeah.
Like the level of drop off when it comes to skill is fucking wild.
Yeah. If you go see Portugal's 4th best comedian, you're having a bad night.
Oh, dreadful.
What's he called?
Bobby Patatas.
Bobby Patatas.
Bobby Patatas, that's it.
Cod, salted cod.
There's a guy with a guitar, he's called Juani Awesome.
So here we go. It's all in Spanish, obviously, this.
Oh.
Fucking, yeah. So then he starts having a big old rant. And basically, if you just pause it here, Tom, from here, it's more of the same. He just stands there shouting, and the comedian sort of sat in the
Yeah,
stair.
I've seen it.
There's a little bit more of the translation in the bit below. So if you start from here.
From here.
Yeah.
During a performance in Alicante on Monday night,
Who
while
books that? Monday night gig, Alicante. Nice.
While
It's all right.
Caravaca was delivering a monologue, something completely unexpected took place. He was abruptly interrupted by a visibly furious father who stormed the stage and hit him with a powerful punch.
I mean, it was a slap.
It was trying.
Yeah, it was
trying to do a haymaker. It
It
was a
was,
shit
yeah.
punch,
The father, later identified as Alberto Pugilato,
which I think is Portuguese for boxer.
Oh, yeah.
was caught on microphone yelling, "Those paedophilic comments about my son, send it to my face, you piece of trash, now!" Interestingly, Pugilato's anger was not sparked by something Caravaca had said that night. Instead, it was a reaction to a comment Caravaca had made on social media, which Pugilato found highly offensive.
Yeah, it was a picture of like his 3-month-old son, and he commented being like,
They've got it here.
but
Here we go. What he commented on the picture of his son, he wrote, "No one will be able to avoid the possibility of your son being gay, and when he is older, he will become sick of sucking black dick." Not great. Not great.
Yeah.
Needs a bit of work.
He's saying when he's old, though.
When he's older, but why would he get sick of black dick specifically? He's like, ugh, another black one.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think he
But
gets
he's
sick
got
of
a
the colour of
choice.
them.
You've got a choice.
Yeah, he can have as many dicks as he
You
wants.
can have a choice of colour of dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. It's also,
Maybe that's why the dad was so angry.
It's also a weird way to have a go at like if he is like from a right wing political party, to be like, I'm going to be even more homophobic than you. I'll tell you what you won't enjoy: racism. It's weird, isn't it?
It's going to be really funny if that kid turns 18 and just really loves black dicks.
Oh, I'd love it so much. What are you saying? Like, he got it's a quote from the guy. What are you saying, her? That my son was going to eat cock? He's 3 months old. It's like, yeah, I don't think he's going to say it.
My baby does not eat cocks.
It's really
I'll have
funny.
you
He's
know.
not even on solids yet.
I mean,
Good luck getting him to latch on.
I mean, if you're looking for the consistency of baby food, like, cum isn't the worst.
Fuck's sake. Here comes the aeroplane. So it's like, yeah, it's a wild one, isn't it? Like that, it's like someone who's gone to a gig after getting like mugged off online. Does that make you feel more comfortable, Freddie?
Well, about the gig, I mean, doing that, but also as well, I mean, I'm not in favour of violence, but I'm in favour of some people are absolute cunts online.
Yeah.
Other people. And if you get fucking outed for it, there's a comeuppance, and
This is it.
tough,
It's
tough shit. I'm sorry.
I think if you say that someone's 3-month-old son is going to suck loads of cocks and they slap you, it's kind of evens, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like it's not. He's not hurt him. He's not going to be physically damaged from this. He's going to be a little shaken up. He'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I think that you've got off quite easy there, actually.
Yeah.
Like, from the comedian's perspective, you've got off all right. You take a slap.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and you get a viral clip out of it.
You get a viral
We'd all
clip.
take
Yeah,
that fucking.
it's not
He
his
doesn't
best
look
work,
good.
is
He
it?
doesn't look great. He doesn't
No.
say anything funny during it. Because that's the thing. If you take the slap, you gotta say something funny afterwards.
Yeah,
and that's all it is. If I get a funny line in, you can slap me all I want. You know, like as long as I look funny in the video, I'm all
Yeah,
right.
but because you're good in a crisis, though, aren't you?
I'm good in a
You'd have just sat
I
back
would've been-
there and
I would've been
and
chill.
reeled off 5 minutes
Real
off,
chill.
off your top of your head banter. Yeah.
That's what I'm like, mate.
Look at you
know, in
punching like a
crisis.
pussy. Yeah.
I'll be like, don't give a
It's
fuck,
all right,
mate.
yeah.
Crisis is it?
Yeah.
Oof, this is
Yeah.
where I shine. Don't worry
Exactly.
about it, mate.
Yeah, go back to your cock-sucking baby.
I don't come round your house and slap the cocks out of your baby's mouth. Where did your son learn to suck cock? A library?
Should we do a feature?
Yeah, let's do a feature. Obviously, it's bad to slap comedians, but also that one's quite funny.
It's
isn't it?
time for Cunt of the Week.
Oh, it's Lad Baby.
It's Lad Baby again.
God, are we still
Who
doing
is
this
it?
feature?
It was Lad
It
Baby.
was Lad Baby. Right, this is a feature. It's really bad. It
It's
doesn't
not
work.
bad. It's a great feature, Mick. Everyone loves it except Rob and Freddie. So,
Except the people who
Is it the
opposite
feature
route
you
of
came up with, Tom?
It's a feature
It
that Tom
is.
came
All
up
right,
with.
okay, cool.
well, I stole it from somewhere else. But it's called Cunt of the Week. I'm going to tell you 3 stories, and we're
Okay.
going to decide who in these stories is the Cunt of the Week.
Right,
But more important than that, we're going to have loads of fun along the way.
okay.
We do not.
That's
have
not a
much fun
guarantee.
at
That is
all
not a
along the
guarantee.
way.
Oh,
We
okay.
always have fun.
We literally never have had fun
Treat
once.
it like a crisis, Rob.
Yeah, I will. I'll try to be calm. This is a crisis. I'm watching my career go up in flames in front of me.
Okay, the first one's called Here's Johnny. My 50-year-old housemate is a paranoid schizo, an alcoholic and drug addict, and has HIV.
God, what a life they're living. 50 years old, having a housemate with AIDS. Like, Jesus, every one of these is the bleakest insight into
This-
our fans' lives.
This feels like what it's like to be a comedian
yeah.
at a certain age.
Yeah, this is like the circuit's not quite working out. The gigs are starting to dry
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Those single comedians whose wives have left them after too many years on the road. Before you know it, you're in a house show with a 50-year-old man who's an alcoholic drug addict with AIDS.
They have said it's because of needle sharing, not the cock up the bum way.
Right, good AIDS, not bad AIDS.
Yeah, the person who wrote this is a gay guy, though.
Right.
I went into the kitchen, and as I get to the sink, I noticed something on the floor. At first, I thought it was just a wrapper or a bit of cling film. I went to pick it up and realised it was, in fact, a used condom.
No.
I knock on my other housemate's door and ask him if he knew anything about it. Out of the two of them, he was more likely to be getting lucky. He denied it and was just as shocked and disgusted as I was. We both know the guy has HIV, but we don't know if he takes medication for it. He knocks on the problem housemate's door and asks him if he knows about the condom. He's a terrible liar and showed, as he tried to say, he must have brought it under his boots or something.
Just walked into the house, is
What?
what his claim
It
was.
can happen.
To a Johnny.
Yeah.
Filled with
Have
cum.
you walked?
Filled with cum.
Have you walked a full
Listen,
Johnny?
we've
Where
all-
have you walked a
We've
full
all,
Johnny?
we've all left an orgy in a rush, put our shoes on, you don't check your wear, you run out because you've been raided, and before you know it, the fucking well of your car's
You've
full of
trampled Johnnies in everywhere.
Used Johnnies everywhere,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you don't really trample them into your house, though. Surely,
Eh?
it'd have to be on your doorstep.
But
in
if
the
you were
first
to
place.
if you were to trample a used Johnny, then the cum would squirt out of it, wouldn't
yeah,
it?
it would like a froob, like
Exactly.
a sexy froob.
Don't know. If
HIV flavoured fruit.
if he's been really protective, it'd be one of them extra strong Johnnies, you know.
Yeah.
Probably
If he
strong,
was really protective, he
probably
wouldn't have
stronger
AIDS.
than your car in a tube.
Oh God.
I know. So he brought it under his boots. I know that's bullshit because the condom wasn't there an hour before, and he hadn't left the house between those 2 times. He also picked it up with his bare hand, no tissue or glove. And when me and the other housemate quizzed him on that, he simply said, "Doesn't matter to me."
To be fair, once you've got AIDS,
he is right, isn't
yeah,
he?
like what?
Yeah.
What you fucking worried
Yeah.
about? Oh, I
Oh.
might get a bit of gonorrhea.
I might get pregnant.
Oh no, it's the 5-second rule that's been broken. Like he's got AIDS.
He can fucking put a straw in it and slurp it for all he gives a shit.
The shame and embarrassment kicked in later when he randomly decided to clean the whole kitchen floor.
Yeah, I think,
Very quick one,
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah,
You're great in a crisis.
I am. Yeah,
This
yeah.
seems like a
Notoriously.
crisis.
I don't know if it's a full crisis. It's it's not. It's not. Ample
What would you have done in this situation? Bear in mind, I know full well what you would have done.
I wouldn't have used a condom. I would have just spaffed in her face. Problem solved.
Yeah, but then he'd gone in the kitchen and on his girlfriend's face, he's spaff.
Yeah.
and you don't know whose it is. Your housemates are lying about it. Then he says, I must have dragged it in.
So I think that walked that in on my shoe.
This would have never happened to me, by the way, because I've got a baby that sucks my cock that always swallows. 3 months old. He's a good lad.
Bit racist.
What?
The baby.
Oh, yeah.
I love that he assumed it was him. It's like, what have I done now?
What? I got this little Spanish baby to suck my dick.
But I'm not a racist.
The baby is a bit lazy, but that's a coincidence.
He's done the right thing.
I know he's always napping. You know what them Spanish babies
But
are
I
like?
have tucking him out. He's had a big meal. I think, right, if you've got HIV, you've got to be careful where you fling your cum. Right, I think that's reasonable.
He's done it in a condom.
Yeah, they left it on the kitchen floor
He's
of a
probably
house.
not meant to. He's probably thought he was.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to, but you got to be really careful. You got to have like protocols in place when you've got
I think
AIDS.
he's shagged somebody's room and it's got caught up in the sheets. He's gone in the washing. He's gone to the washing. He's fallen out with his washing as he's gone to the kitchen.
I don't know if this bare hands Johnny Picker Upper is washing his sheets straight after a shag, mate.
No, because something out because he's ill. And he's
I've got to get the AIDS off this.
He's on meds.
Oh.
He might have evacuated himself during the.
Yeah, they did say they don't know if he takes the meds for it,
Right.
because there is like
Yeah, but he said he's a drug addict, alcoholic, and a paranoid schizo.
yeah. So I don't think his sheets are that clean, mate.
So it might not. If he's a paranoid schizo,
Yeah,
they've probably asked the wrong part of him whose condom.
yeah.
it
Maybe he
is.
thought it was someone else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Does in this situation, if you're the drug addict HIV guy,
Yeah.
do you own up to it, or do you take the shaggy defence?
I think you have to just own up to it. Like I think in general in life, it's just better to own up, full apology, move on. You know, like
Yeah, just say he was having a posh wank in the kitchen.
yeah. Oh, it's not my cum. Don't worry. I was sucking someone off who doesn't have AIDS.
Yeah,
You know, everyone will feel a lot better then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do nicely.
I think in future, get like a little hazard bin for your room
Yeah.
and put all your used condoms in there.
I used to live with someone who had a Johnny bin, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever fucking seen. They were really disgusting. They were really.
Why were you rooting in it?
I wasn't. I was hungry. It's a bit of a crisis. I'd run out of food. so, no, I wasn't rooted in it. I just went in their room to get something, and it was there, and it was like a little pedal bin, and it formed into like a tree of Johnnies. They were all hanging over the edge, and all like, you know, when they've been there for ages, so it's like a clear liquid at that point. The cum, and it's just yellow.
There's just one baby inside.
Kill me.
Looking like his power source in the Matrix. Oh, it was fucking horrific. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. The Johnny tree.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
minging.
you're not supposed to flush them, are you?
I don't know, but honestly, like my experience with condoms is limited. I was a big fan of rolling the dice and feeling something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And if she does come back and say that she's pregnant, you're not going to worry.
No.
No.
Great in a crisis.
Yeah.
Also, drank myself sterile. It's fine.
Also be worried as well about when you just come with pregnant and 3-month-old baby. Freddy's there, fucking getting his cock sucked off it.
No, I like the idea that she says that she's pregnant, but it's late at night and he has to ring 24-hour abortion clinics.
For advice.
400 quid for a coat hanger? Come on.
Well, if you don't trust me, you can find someone else to abort your baby.
I don't think it'd matter anyway. He's a Mulholland. He'll be gone in.
Yeah, exactly. The
It'll have been
Mulholland
like-
parenting strategy. I'll just be out that door.
It'd have been like, look, I've coat hangered it out, but unfortunately, all the goop has stuck on it. Do you want me to
Do you want to
get
get
it
rid
off?
of this, or what? What's the alternative?
The goop.
Nothing. Yeah, the
The
goop.
medical term.
Yeah, that's the medical term,
Right.
the goop.
Yeah.
Well, no one else knows what the medical term is.
Yeah. Maybe.
Baby?
Placenta.
Yeah.
Nah.
Smear.
Goop.
Yeah.
Goop. Okay.
I think there is a possibility that the person who's written this is the cunt of the week for kink shaming.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe their kink. Yeah, so his
Maybe their
kink is to put his condom in the
Spreading
kitchen.
AIDS.
Yeah.
and it's
You
like-
can't kink shame.
You can't kink shame.
No.
Even the ones
Also,
that
as
should
well,
be ashamed of.
as I understand AIDS,
Yeah.
the whole point of it is that you don't get AIDS by like touching spunk. Like it's got to be in a wound, doesn't it?
He said he's got HIV, not AIDS.
Yeah.
So
We're on the track.
Unless you're rubbing it into a fucking open wound.
HIV, you basically live with it now.
Yes.
Medication.
I still wouldn't
For it to go to
be
AIDS,
delighted.
that's quite that's a bad
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah, HIV is nature's Ozempic.
In what way?
Keeps you thin.
Right.
What's a Zempic?
It's a weight loss drug that everyone's
is
doing
it?
in
All
America.
right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll have no long-term health effects at all. It's just a miracle drug that's fine. These are always fine. Whenever one of these happens, it's always fine, and there's never any long-term consequences. Do as much Ozempic as you want. It's fine. It'll be fine.
I think if everyone in Hollywood's doing it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. 'cause
They are all well adjusted in Hollywood. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're all about long-term thinking.
They wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't risk the thing that makes them look better for no effort.
Exactly.
Yeah, why would they do that?
Exactly.
Why would they be incentivized to do that in the film industry? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Freddie,
agree.
you should get on Ozempic.
I don't want to be on Ozempic.
Yeah.
Would be funny though.
No, I like who I am.
Oh.
Yeah, but
That's
I
nice.
don't, and I have to look at you.
Yeah. And also, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
You shouldn't like yourself.
You actually don't have to look at him. Position your desk elsewhere.
I can't. This is.
We have to look at the footage and stuff.
Oh,
He
right.
can, but he needs permission. Look at me, you little beta pussy.
Right, what's the next one?
Right,
of
next
these?
story, next cunt of the week.
Right.
This one's called Shit Car. Just got back from a weekend away with our mate, who's a dozy cunt and never locks her car.
That spelling of dozy is insane, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, it's dosey, that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
dosey
Dosey,
do.
dosey. Oh, God.
This time, she left it unlocked for the whole weekend after a fresh valet.
How are you spelling valet right and not dozy?
She's now been driving around in it for 4 days with a stench inside that I can only describe as the smell of Freddy Quinne.
Oh,
She was looking everywhere, thinking
Smells like Shreddy's mum.
Yeah.
she was looking everywhere, thinking the kid had dropped food or they'd left a stray nappy in there. But nothing could be found, and the stench continued. She then saw a folded-up piece of paper in the passenger door. Photo attached.
Right.
Hi. Not sure how to explain this, but somehow I woke up in your passenger seat after a night out. Your car was unlocked. I didn't damage anything or take any of your belongings. The police have seen your car too, but unfortunately, because I was blackout drunk, I accidentally had an accident. Hope you don't mind. I tried to clean it up for you. Would have got the proper cleaner for it, but I lost all my belongings and lost my money. I'm really sorry about this.
I love
no.
the bit that I love about that is I hope you don't mind. You're like, no, I don't mind. Shit yourself wherever you want.
Yeah.
I hope
help
it's
yourself.
not been too much of an inconvenience
See,
that I
now-
have
see,
defecated in your car.
My idea for fucking commodes in cars
Yeah, she's
now
really
is
pushed it
making
forward.
fucking sense, isn't it? Yeah.
You've got a first customer, Mick. Yeah. This blackout drunk in a random's car.
But wait a minute, mate, because even if there was that in cars,
Yeah, that'd
are
be
you telling
worse.
me that if you woke up one day and there was a shit in your car, you'd be like, well, thank God for the commode.
Yeah, thank fuck it went in the seat.
Yeah. Thank God it's in the commode and not
Yeah.
on the upholstery.
Thank God I know where the smell of shit is emanating
Exactly.
from. Yeah.
Thank God a stranger shat in my car
Yeah.
in the place that shit is meant to be.
It hasn't gone anywhere, obviously. No, it's still just sat
Actually-
in the seat.
Actually, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be sits there. I'd have a little flap like a plane and it comes out underneath the chassis when you're driving.
Oh, so it's just
Some
on the
shit.
road.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're just shitting on the road.
Yeah.
Just wherever
Yeah,
we go.
motorways, why
Yeah,
not?
might
Oh,
fill
I'll
in some
tell you what I
potholes.
You don't even need the flap. You just need a hole like the Flintstones.
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
I'd
exactly.
be trying to release mine so it fucked up the other car behind, like Mario Kart. Like dropping a banana.
Yeah.
Somebody getting up your arse on the M6 in the BMW, drop a couple of shit,
Yeah.
watch him spin
Well,
out.
it's quite funny. Like, is that guy just dropping shit? Oh, no, he's a used condom.
I want to find some way. If we're doing this, I want to find a way to fire it out the exhaust like a little shit cannon. I don't want it just dropping. I want it fucking going.
But I also want to do it forwards as well.
Yeah. You
'Cause
want
it's
to be able
not
to
as fun
choose.
going backwards.
You
gotta
press
go
R
forward.
button. You can fire it forwards.
So the story continues. Turns out some guy got blackout drunk.
No. That handwriting is a woman. That is a woman's handwriting. 100%.
Do you reckon?
I
Let's have
reckon
a
it's
look at that
woman.
again.
Like, 100% that's a woman's handwriting. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that is
That is a woman's handwriting.
That's a woman's handwriting.
Yeah, look how like
Yeah.
curly it is.
Yeah.
And, la, 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 la. And like a guy wouldn't leave a note. If you've shot in someone's car, you just run.
Oh, yeah, a guy's not.
So, hang on, they've lost all the belongings and everything. How have they managed to find a pen and a piece of paper?
Well, maybe that was already in the car.
Yeah, it must have been in the car.
Do you know what?
So they've robbed pen. So they've also
They've also
stolen.
ruined the stationery. Yeah,
Do you know what's funny is the last line says, I'm really sorry about this, but the way that they're writing is it looks like they're saying, I'm nearly sorry about this.
I can almost feel sorry for this, but as it is, I just shit myself. Get over it. I hope you don't mind.
I almost felt empathy, but I don't. Here's my poo.
Hope you don't mind.
Hope you don't mind.
I hope you don't mind is amazing. That's definitely a woman. I'm not having it. The guy
Okay,
did this.
I
I,
will-
think it's a
Men,
woman.
men also don't say things like "hope you don't mind."
Yeah, like because
Okay.
they know that you mind.
Yeah.
Because they'd probably tell you, say, look, you don't know who I am. You'll never meet me again. I've shit in your car.
You wouldn't leave a note. You'd run away, laugh, and tell your mates,
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Oh no! I tell you what,
I wouldn't clean
I'd
it.
leave the full shit, but I'd also leave a little treasure map. And in order to find where the poo is, you've got to sort of look where it is in the
If you want
car.
to find where yours is, just look for everywhere.
No,
It'll be
no,
an
no.
explosion.
Mine would be because it's just water.
Yeah,
It'd just
exactly.
be
Yeah.
everything.
So it would have settled flat.
Oh God.
Be like self-leveling grout.
So it turns out someone got a blackout drunk, found their way into her passenger seat, fell asleep, and shit and pissed their pants, which has dried into the seat of a freshly clean car and caused mayhem for a week. Are they the cunt of the week for not coming back with their details, or a bit of money for it cleaned, or are they a legend?
I think they're a dozy cunt for leaving the notes, but they're not
Yeah.
the cunt of the week.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to leave a note, they're not really that sorry because they've not left their phone number.
Well, yeah.
If they were really apologetic, you'd leave your phone number.
Yeah, it's one of those where you want to apologise, but you don't really want to face the actual consequences.
Yeah,
Which,
yeah.
you know, I think is fair enough. When
I-
you've got, I imagine, a tremendous hangover.
Yeah, that's
I've
true.
got a feeling, so lost all her belongings. I think it's somebody she knows. Friend, I actually think that's what she. So she's gone out, leaves the car unlocked. Her friends know this. Somebody's gone in for a laugh and they fucking shit all over the car. Because I would do. If I knew you were leaving your car unlocked, I
You'd
was
shit on my
pissed.
car on
I could-
purpose.
yeah, of course I would. Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
your aim.
Yeah, yeah.
There wouldn't be a
exactly.
note saying, "Oh, I'm sorry about
Yeah,
this."
yeah.
There'd be a note in it saying, "Ha ha ha! I shit in your car."
Yeah.
From Mick.
From me. Ha ha ha!
Brackets, ferry, close brackets.
Yeah. P.S. I hope you feel calm in this crisis.
Yeah.
P.P.S. Mick Ferry, the comedian.
I
Mick
think
Ferry.
it's a friend of hers that's done
Yeah,
it.
maybe.
Maybe.
It'd be like, I could see how this happens though, like being blackout drunk and being sort of like far from home and losing all your shit, having no way to get back. You'd be like, I'm gonna sleep in a car. I'll open all the cars and one of them will be open and getting lucky.
I'd be
I
asking
can
for
see that
handwriting
happening.
examples from all my friends.
Yeah. Yeah, probably too like that episode of Dad's Army.
I don't think that they are the cunt of the week because I don't see how at any point this crisis could have been averted. Because if you're so blackout drunk that you're trying cars to sleep in, yes, you're going to piss and
The
shit
point
yourself.
where you can avert it is where you don't get so blackout drunk you shitted yourself into someone else's car.
Yeah, that's already been done. That
Yeah.
that bridge has already been crossed.
Yeah.
But you could say that about
This isn't
anything.
like, this isn't a legal defense.
They've tried to do the right thing.
No, they haven't.
They haven't.
They
No,
have.
they haven't.
They've left a note.
They've left a note, but like that isn't the right thing after shitting yourself.
Yeah, but I also as well. And listen, I've been blind drunk, right? I mean, in a fucking mess. I don't.
I've been there, mate,
I
yeah.
don't try and open car doors.
No, you don't. No.
No, you don't.
'Cause you can't
So,
drive.
I can't drive, but I don't try and open car doors.
And you're well aware there's no toilets in there.
So why? It's somebody knows her and knows the car doors are open. It's somebody she
Maybe.
knows.
I
Now,
don't know.
Mick gets blackout drunk and just checks your tyres. Just,
Yeah.
just make sure that
I-
you're not going to get.
I
fucking
used to get
stranded.
like rambling drunk where I would go on like I'd get a weird blackout, I'd be miles from home, and I'd just go on like rampages and I'd just like smash things and just like try and break into shit and stuff because I was like in the middle of nowhere. So you know I could see it happening.
I don't think this person's cunt of the week. Next one.
Next one, final one, dog botherer. I have a 3-year-old child, and we go on a lot of woodland walks. Recently,
Yeah. Don't put it on Instagram, you'll be in trouble.
Recently, a lot of dogs have started approaching us and getting very close to my son, sometimes snatching snacks out of his hands when they approach him,
This son's a little cook like you.
sometimes nipping his fingers. He's started to be a little bit apprehensive around dogs after this. I've recently changed his snacks for our walks to chocolate raisins and grapes
From
as a
tins of pedigree chum.
as a lesson to dog owners that don't train their dogs properly. Am I a cunt for potentially killing dogs?
You're
Yes.
a cunt for running dog owners' walks. Yes, you are.
Yes.
Also, as well, why does your fucking kid need snacks on a walk?
Yes.
Who the fuck eats when they walk? You know what I mean? I mean, maybe I do, but but you don't have snack. Nah, it's bullshit. I think he's not even got a 3-year-old kid. I think he's just going out purposely poisoning dogs.
Yeah, maybe.
Or by letting his kid hold food.
No, he's not got a kid. That's a part of the story. It's a ruse.
Right,
I think he's just
okay.
going giving dogs fucking raisins and
It's just, oh, that
chocolate,
was my
yeah.
kid's raisin.
yeah.
Yeah. Change this story from I have a 3-year-old child to I identify as a 3-year-old child.
Yeah.
And watch how creepy it gets.
Yeah, if you do entirely change the people in the story, it is different.
Yeah.
Acutely observed again, Freddie.
I identify as a 3-year-old child, and I go on a lot of woodland walks.
Yeah, and if you change this person from someone who has grapes into someone who stabs women in the face, it's much worse, isn't it, Freddie?
No.
Recently, dogs have started approaching us and getting very close to my...
You need to sort this out.
Sometimes
when a dog
snatches
comes up to
snacks.
you,
Yeah.
why are you just standing there and watching your kid get mauled by
yeah.
an XL bully?
Do you know what you do? You know what the move
You
is
go,
here?
no.
No. The move, really easy, is you approach the dog first and go, oh, hello, and then you show the fucking kid that there's nothing to be afraid of, but also you stop the dog going for your kid. That's the fucking move. It's dead easy, and you don't have to fucking poison dogs, you weird cunt.
I want to know what fucking snacks he's been getting nicked off him. Like, I just really like the idea he was there with the big string of sausages.
Well, I can tell you what. If it's like it sounds like he's weird. He's got a healthy kid and all that shit, right? It's not weird for having a healthy kid, but I reckon it's carrot sticks.
Yeah.
Now dogs fucking
They
love.
do love a carrot stick. Yeah. Bananas, dogs love as well.
Yeah,
actually.
apples. They love fucking apples. Yeah.
Here's what you do, right? Instead of fucking chocolate raisins and grapes, which are terrible snacks, you team up with the first guy and give your kid a snack of a HIV-filled spunk condom. And then that way, when the dog snatches it, the dog gets AIDS.
You'll be like, aha, your dog has AIDS now.
And then you attach a letter to it saying "soz" about that.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind. I've given your dog AIDS.
Kind of shit on it.
If a human fucks a dog
Yeah.
and the human has AIDS, can you give the dog AIDS?
No,
I think give it a bad night.
no. It doesn't work. I've tried.
I think you can.
Well, isn't that how it started that people were shagging monkeys?
I think-
No,
Or eating monkeys?
no.
No,
Fucking joking
that's an urban myth.
Is it?
It's an urban myth,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Born out of racism. They think it might have come from they call it bushmeat, where there's various animals, monkeys that get eaten and so on. It might have come from something like that.
Right.
But
It was in monkey populations.
But
and
also as
transferred
well,
to
I
humans.
sound like a conspiracy nut here. It just appeared out of nowhere
Yeah.
in the late 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, just appeared. Surely it'd been there before.
Yeah.
That's where it come from.
In the Wuhan AIDS lab.
Yeah.
So who's cunt of the week then? We've got HIV guy.
You for making us do this every week.
Yeah, you always say that.
Dog botherer.
Dog botherer
Dog
or
botherer.
shit car.
I'm going with dog bother as well.
I don't know. I think just giving your kid grapes and having them stolen out. You know, the dog owner should be responsible. enough
No,
for
but
not
also as
stealing from
well,
a kid.
no 3-year-old carries round their fucking grapes and doesn't drop one on the course of a walk.
No, he's got them in a Kong toy.
It doesn't happen at all. What's happening is that kid's dropping stuff and innocent dogs are then fucking eating it. You're being a cunt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a fucking raisin. They'll be fine.
No,
it's
no,
not.
I know it's bad.
no. It'll kill him.
Yeah.
One raisin.
No.
Chocolate
It'll kill him.
One
They
raisin.
can't
No,
process
no,
chocolate.
one raisin.
Maybe
will
you're a
kill
little
them.
bitch of a
They
dog.
can't process chocolate through the liver.
Yeah, my
Kill
dog.
'em.
My dog fucking had like 1,000 milligrams of weed and was fine.
Yeah.
My dogs are very different.
My dog had a completely different thing and was fine.
Yeah.
Mate, you never guess what? Chocolate will be fine because my dog ate
He's
lots
not
of
dying
dog
from
food.
one raisin, you pussy.
My dog,
Your dog would. Your
literally
dog would
does
one
raisins
raisin.
and grapes and sultanas.
I know they're
and stuff.
bad.
That's the worst thing.
I think there's worse things. A bullet.
I reckon if they ate a bullet, they'd be absolutely fine.
I'm sorry about
It would
shooting
come
at
out.
them.
If a dog
Yeah.
ate a bullet, it'd
I'm
be
not talking
fine.
about eating
We
your
had a dog
fucking
that had
dog.
balloons. I used to have to,
Yeah.
and he couldn't shit them out properly. So the
Yeah.
part of the balloon would be out, and then he'd stand there with his tail up, looking at me like as if to say help. And I used to have to go and grab the fucking end of the balloon and pull it out of the
Came
fucking
out in a
arse.
dog shape.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we're giving it to dog
Then
botherer.
found out it was
I don't know
it was
if
a
I am.
condom full of cum.
So we're voting for dog botherer?
Yeah.
I'm no.
Ooh.
I don't know. I just don't care about any of these.
Well, then he's voting for dog bother.
no,
Let's vote for
I'm
dog
not- I'm not voting
botherer.
for dog botherer.
Dog
I'm
botherer.
expressly
Dog botherer.
not. I'm voting for anything but dog botherer.
Well, dog botherer, get in touch because you've won a prize for being cunt of the week.
What's
Yeah.
the prize?
Load of grapes.
Don't know. It can be.
Send them a load of boxes of raisins.
A real boy. Instead of a made up 3-year-old for this story. Just a fucking dog poisoner, you daft cunt.
Right, before we go, have you got any videos that...
We have. They weren't a great selection this week, I'll be honest.
Right,
Oh, they
okay.
don't involve fucking harm, do they?
They usually do.
Oh.
We had a few from last week we didn't get through as well, Tom.
No, we didn't get through them because they were shit.
Right, brilliant. Okay, well, if you'd like to send in a video, it's 07354 188 Send them in to us. If you sent one in a while ago, send them again as well. We lose them on WhatsApp after a while. They sort of delete them. So, yeah, send them in there. As ever, the rules are...
what's the punch machine one?
No death, no racism, no kids, and no animals. Unless you get all four, and then it's a full house.
Have you ever seen the Mickey Bartlett punch machine one?
I don't know.
It's fucking hilarious, man. Ryan Cullen put it on with some music over the top of it. It's just one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen. Yeah. I don't think we better find it, but it's fucking hilarious.
Search for it.
Well, here's a different punching machine one.
Yeah.
There's a bloke about to do a punching machine.
There's a little kid right next to him.
Oh, wow.
Fuck me.
That follow through is so wild.
Yeah.
Just as soon as I saw that kid at the side, I'm like, he's getting knocked out. It's fucking brutal. He knocks that kid's spark out.
Yeah.
His reaction's really funny. He was like,
This one's called Limbo.
It doesn't result in dislocated knees or anything, does it?
Some people having a little limbo dance.
Yeah,
Guy
lovely.
going through.
Oh, no, I've seen it. Mick, it's fine. It's fine.
It's honestly fine. It's not an injury, this one.
classic.
Bikini
Fanny
rips
out.
off.
Fanny out.
This one's called Dog.
Oh,
Just
so she's trying to
a
groom
dog
it.
shitting on a woman's back.
What? Why is
I
she
think she's
doing
trying
that?
to. She's a groomer. She's looking under the table for something, and the dog just shits on her arm. Dog didn't even leave a note.
No.
And this one's called.
That is very much.
He's been eating chocolate raisins.
Yeah, that is very much a hazard of the job. That
Yeah,
dog
you're gonna get
groomer.
shit on that.
That is,
Also,
you know.
she's bending over underneath
Yeah.
a dog's arse.
Yeah, what do you expect to
What
happen?
does she?
That's quite a big one. It's curled out there.
Oh,
as
it is
well,
a
isn't
whopper.
It,
It comes out. It's like that woman doing the fucking pole dancing. It's a similar sort of length of cable.
And finally, last one. This one's called Fall.
Oh, did somebody get hurt?
No, it's about autumn.
Yeah, these will be fine. Yeah, this will end well. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh!
I can't
Oh.
watch. I can't watch.
Can
Oh!
Say again.
The sound when they
I
hit the
can
side.
hear it. Oh, stop it. Oh, fuck.
Can we show Mick?
What part of his body hits it?
Let's have a look.
I didn't watch his
my
head.
God. It's like sternum.
Chest and face.
Shit.
Before we go,
And then like ankle gets fucked on the
Oh,
way down.
fuck.
as
before
well.
we go, very quickly, can we show Mick the wasps?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You got the wasps.
This is one of the worst videos we've been sent in a long time, Mick. So I hope you enjoy it.
I assume it's just wasps, MP4.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
This one's one of the worst ones.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. What the fuck?
Bear in mind, this is 2.5 minutes long, Mick.
What?
For audio listeners, it's a lot of wasps on someone's dick.
Cock and balls.
Yeah. It's not just on the dick. Yeah, it's all over the balls.
And the
Go a bit
dick and-
further. He's got a
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Oh, what?
clamped
it's
his
like-
willy
it's
all
like-
open.
Right,
clamped it open so he
What
can get
the
in.
fuck?
Look, watch this. Oh, I'm curious. I think he's put some sugar down there.
Oh, you fucking what?
Here it goes. He's off in.
That's a level of.
Oh, there he goes.
What's the thought process behind this?
I think the thought is, I'd love some wasps down my cock.
What's it got? But I mean, he's not started off with wasps, has
No,
it?
you got to escalate
He's
to
probably
this.
started off with Rice Krispies.
This must have started as like a childhood thing, though, getting stung by a wasp as a kid. Maybe your mum paid you attention too much or something when you got stung by a wasp. It's something like that, innit? Like, I'm convinced in like 10 years' time there is going to be a tranche of like, maybe a little longer, of like young adults who have like mask and hand gel fetishes.
Yeah.
There's going to be so much of that. Oh, sanitize my hands before you wank me off sort of stuff in it. There's going to be all that.
Yeah.
We won't be able
Well,
to
don't
come
you do
if they
that
can see-
anyway?
No, mate, I like it dirty.
Oh no!
I love to come in and
before
dirty
I,
hand.
before I pull somebody off, I sanitise my hands.
Well, you're a
before
gentleman.
and after, I am a gentleman.
Yeah. If you smell the smell of white vinegar, mix in town.
Right, Mick, thank you for coming on. Is there anything you want to plug?
Well, when does it go out?
Next week, I think.
It's
Oh, no,
couple-
it's a little bit.
weeks.
Couple of
By the
weeks.
end of
Couple of
June.
weeks.
Yeah, fuck all then.
Your podcast.
Yeah, you've got a podcast
Oh
coming
yeah,
out.
Mick,
I don't know when it's going to come out.
I don't know how much of an alley-oop we can give you here. Mick, tell people about the podcast you do that I was on this week.
Yeah, but we
I don't know. Some of our listeners might listen to podcasts.
They might. There might be some podcast fans here who maybe you could tell about your podcast, Mick.
So hopefully in a few weeks, my podcast will be out. It's called Taproom Tramps. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it.
It's funny.
Yeah, it should be. I hope so. Yeah,
It is, mate. I had a very good time doing it
Thank
the other
you.
day. It was good. It's just more bullshit from Mick, which is enjoyable. So get on that.
Follow Mick on social media and
Follow
you'll
Mick on
post it on
social
there,
media.
I assume.
Yeah.
Mick's also a stand-up. You're coming dead meat, aren't you?
I'm coming to Dead Meat.
Yeah,
Yes,
so you check him out there. Yeah.
I'll be there in the afternoon. I'll be hobby jousting.
He's going to be the final boss of the hobby joust.
Yeah.
Mick's also the Tash Bastard. If you've not watched
Also
Tash
the Tash
Bastard, go and watch
Bastards.
Tash Bastards.
Yeah, well, if you enjoyed Mick being a prick to me this afternoon, enjoy Task Bastard. You'll fucking love it. It's literally an hour and a half of Mick cunting me off.
And you can watch it, and if you really enjoy it, you can watch all of our specials, and you can do that by signing up to our Patreon, patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. It's a 3 weeks trial, but then after that, it's £3 a month. There is so much stuff on that. There's literally hundreds of hours of extra content, and by signing up, you help to support the podcast. And whenever we've got any new events or anything like that, you always get first pick. It's like a priority thing for all the cool stuff that we do, and you're helping to support us because sponsors do not like us for some reason.
We've not got any sponsors.
No, we do. We have some like Freddy, they're cool. They get it. Like they're a closed company. We have a couple like Green Angel. They count. They're sick. But like most sponsors don't renew once they've watched one of our episodes.
Oh,
Or
really?
one of the adverts.
Or one of the adverts.
So
Sometimes
they
they
don't
do
do
the
any
adverts themselves.
I hate this. It's such an American thing, but they don't do any due diligence first.
Oh, literally none. They just go, oh, there's
well,
a
we
podcast.
deserve it then. They
Yeah,
deserve
do,
to be signed up
yeah,
for
yeah.
5 years.
Exactly, yeah. But we're not that smart. So we sign them up for like 2 episodes, and then they go, nah.
Maybe we should just start doing 5-year contracts only from now on.
Yeah, we got like Chelsea.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, if you if you want to see us try and keep an advert, then we've got Beer 52 coming up.
Oh
If
yeah,
you-
they come back. They're
if
good.
if you sign up, you get like it's £6 for 8
We'll
beers.
tell them in the advert,
know.
mate. Why are you
But
giving them a free
if-
one?
Well, the advert has already been on a previous episode.
All right, well, remember that.
If
Yeah.
you like that kind of thing and you want to support the podcast, that's a good way by doing our
I'll
advertising.
just give us money directly. I don't care.
Right.
Just let you know, it's not £6 for 8 beers. I did sign up to it. Anyway, never mind. I'll tell you.
It is
after.
with our discount code, maybe?
No,
I don't know. I don't know what it
Thanks
is.
very much for listening, and fuck off.
Talk.